Okay, now, phew, finally we got that sorted. Like, it's just been a while since I last did a live stream, and this time I ain't alone, and I'm with my friend Ginger625.
That's me.
Yeah, and we're here to celebrate the fact that I now hit 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah. Or 1K subscriber, whichever one is preferred to be known as. Oh, let's see, who's this one? A user called J Phoenix, who I haven't heard of. Let's see. Something tells me of that, so yeah, let's see if we could wonder what social media sites does J Phoenix have, so I could send him the link and see if he's that reasonable for him to join us. Right, so okay, so who else should we include? Haven't heard anything from Wheeler, I believe, but anywho, I'm just glad that today is like legit the big day and all that stuff, where I get to be part of, like, get to have 1,000 subscribers and also so yeah. So, how's your day been so far, Ginger65?
Oh, it's been fine.
Yeah, my day's alright. I mean, it was legit unexpected today about that I hit 1K subscribers and all that. And, yeah. So, honestly, I was just surprised, to be honest. So. And, yeah. Right now, I'm just checking on DeviantArt for this J Phoenix, and I'm not sure which username is that, depending on which one is he talking about. So, and a lot of crazy stuff has been happening, and at least I've been doing well in doing character artwork pieces on DeviantArt and here and there and all. Okay, so, all right. Okay, now he's mentioned something about his username on DeviantArt. So,
yeah, that is his username.
Yeah, let's find it, and I'll see if I'll add him. Because we could do with some more people joining us on the stream and everything. So, yeah, okay. Right now, I'm gonna just wow, it's just a bit slow for some reason, DeviantArt, but I'll just give it a second for it to load. Okay. Alright. So yeah, a lot of things have come to mind and everything, and yeah, so. Okay, now I can see one of his artwork pieces, which looks impressive. I think the one with Rainbow Dash and Tank looks pretty nice. So, and yep, okay, so I'll send him a note right now, and yeah. invite and the code to my stream, so he will have access to join us. Okay, note is sent, and we'll just have to wait and hear from him. And so far, we have 6 people watching the stream, and yeah, hello, Ultimate Spider, and yeah. So yeah, we're just basically chilling, and also thankful that today I've just hit 1,000 subscribers and everything, and we might be doing like how I did in the previous live stream, aka the live stream test. I may consider reacting to some of my projects that I am either proud of or something, but who knows. Okay.
Sounds fun.
Hello.
Hello, Jay Phoenix.
Connor
Hey,
says.
Rizo.
Yeah.
Connor says. Connor says congrats on 1K.
All right. Let's see if he's. Let's see that. Still no word from Single Wheeler Engine 2021. So, but I'm assuming that he's likely busy or something. Or what, I'm not sure.
Probably.
So, how's your day been, Jay Phoenix?
Nothing much as usual, but I did saw your YouTube just about now, and I didn't expect you have hit 1K. I mean, I did support your artwork. It's kind of impressive when you color it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I normally would do character artworks focusing on the characters from my interests, or digital artwork such as like my excuse me, my webcomic series known as okay, let's see, somewhere here. Okay, known as Rizo2612 and his Adventure Team Squad series, which is basically like a little crossover adventure series with myself teaming up with my favorite fictional heroes fighting against my favorite fictional villains and all that jazz. So yeah, and let's see if people would be asking questions on the stream, because someone said let's do some questions, and I'm thinking, yeah, let's just see for it ourselves, and depending on what people would say, really.
Well, not much of a question, but I think people really like. Sorry for my error grammar. I just got up already.
Yeah, I mean, because of the time difference and everything. I mean, over here in the UK, it's now 17:10 p.m. and all that jazz. So yeah, but overall, it's no biggie. I mean, everyone gets to know each other and gets to see what their similar interests is like. So and yeah, and I'm just basically chilling with GingerCat65 and you as well, Jay Phoenix. Which right now I'm checking on my little notifications on DeviantArt to see on the bell what's going on, and yeah, and it turns out that you favorite my little artwork piece about the reaction video.
And the 1K subscriber as well.
Oh, I see. So you are a brony as well, just like us.
Yep, I am.
That is something that I'm honestly surprised about, to be honest.
I joined the Brony fandom on 2018.
And I've joined the Brony fandom since 2017, to be honest. So yeah. And I'm checking some notifications on YouTube, and one of the YouTubers who commented on my recent upload just earlier, saying you're welcome, and yeah, and yeah, it's really surprising, and especially getting to know the fact that when you're in the Brony fandom, whenever you watch an episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic or a short from Equestria Girls, you feel like it's one of those comfort zones kind of shows that gives you the comfort within you when it comes to terms of when you talk about what shows or movies give you comfort in your heart. So yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And people, and I saw this on the Golden. If you ever heard of Golden Fox, he did mention about the between the male and female's perspective on TV shows, like the boys like watching action cartoons while the girls watching girly cartoons, something like that.
But then again, I'm not the kind of person that judges things by its cover. Like, never judge a book by its cover. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's not in my nature to judge anything or anyone before you even get to know it. So, or know them specifically. So, yeah. And honestly, like a few years ago, at first, before I even joined Twitter, at first I wasn't interested in it. But then, after I got some convinced from GingerCat65 to be part of the Twitter community, because around that time I was desperate to look for some voice actors and actresses for my upcoming Adventures of Thomas and Friends series, and he introduced me to everyone from there, and I earned a few followers from there. So yeah, and to this day, still on Twitter, I have 65 followers and everything, which is no big deal, but it means I'm getting close to like 100 soon. So yeah. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitter, I recently joined Twitter on September 2020. And I do create tons of memes on the Animaniac memes to every single YouTubers.
I see. Because I heard about the Animaniacs as getting a lot of love and attention again and all that. So yeah, I think it was probably because of a reboot that they recently got or something, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a good thing that they have, because they deserve some love from the good days and everything. So
That's true. But I forgot to mention that one of my friends who hated the reboot of Powerpuff Girls, and he hated it so much. I don't want to mention his name, but he hated it so much, but I like it. It was kind of funny. But he hated it so much, he just kind of flipped off the table.
I used to watch the original Powerpuff Girls when I was like back in my younger days, in my childhood days, when I first discovered Cartoon Network back in its golden days, as I would describe it, because it used to be well known for having great shows such as like Teen Titans, the original, the Batman, and I think also the original Ben 10 series or something like that. And I remember the original Powerpuff Girls cartoon was definitely one of the few that was part of Cartoon Network around that time as well. So yeah, I do have respect for Cartoon Network, but I don't often pay much attention to it, mostly just because of how I'm more into other pieces of entertainment, either from Netflix or from mainly YouTube or something. But that depends really. So yeah,
That's true.
hmm
And speaking of Powerpuff Girls, which one is your favorite episode on the old version, the original?
I don't remember much of the original, but I do remember this funny episode where the Gangrene Gang, they did a hell lot of prank calls, and it really driven the Powerpuff Girls backwards and forwards, and they thought that Mojojo and him and Fuzzy Lumpkins were causing trouble, but the truth is they weren't, because they were just trying to take a day off from doing what they usually do, which is kind of unusual if you think about it, because you know your enemies for causing like chaos and madness and stuff. But hey, I mean, it's just crazy. So
Exactly. I did watch that episode, but my most favorite one is that Buttercup has the new superpowers that she had. The only superpower he has is the tongue out.
Uh-huh.
That was a very classic one.
Yeah. Most people enjoy original pieces of entertainment more than some reboots. Like, for instance, for me, I would always stick to the original Teen Titans, mainly because I loved the action that it had and the good like taste of comedy mixed with it together and all. But as if you compare it to the reboot of it, which I sometimes watch on Netflix, Teen Titans Go, it mainly focuses on just the comedy itself and not both the comedy and the action anymore, like the original used to. So I mainly have most respect for the original a lot more than the reboot. But I still watch some episodes of the reboot on Netflix from time to time.
Well, to be honest, I never watched the Teen Titans, the original one, because I only watched the Teen Titans Go one.
I see. Yeah. But then again, if you ever thought of being in the mood to watch the original Teen Titans, you could give it a shot, and then you would realize what I mean by that, of how interesting and great the show is. I'm actually kind of stuck on watching the season 1 because I have season 1 of Teen Titans on DVD, and I'm rewatching it for the sake of how much I love the actress Tara Strong, who I knew her for playing as Twilight Sparkle, Sci-Fi, and some other
Harley
characters
Quinn.
like that. Yeah, even Harley Quinn as well in the Batman Arkham games, and recently in the DC Superhero Girls 2019 reboot. I've seen it, and I think it was okay. I mean, to be honest, it was alright. To be that bluntly, I haven't seen the original, but I mostly have seen the 29 reboot on Netflix. So yeah.
I was born. I mean, I was kind of born in 2003, but I never seen the 2009 version of it.
I see. I mean, most people love the original shows than reboots, for instance, and everything. And like, for instance, there are some other like shows that I know that would have either good reboots or bad reboots and all that stuff. But who knows? It just depends on people's opinions, because they have mixed feelings about which one is like a decent reboot or which one is the worst reboot. Like some people, like for example, when it comes to terms of talking about Teen Titans, a lot of people love the original ones, the original Teen Titans a lot more, and some people like the reboot but not as much as they love the original, like myself included. And there are some people that don't care about Teen Titans Go and they just prefer to stay stuck with the original a lot more. So yeah. Then again, it's just people's opinions and all that sort of thing, and yeah. And I don't know if I will continue watching much of Teen Titans Go on Netflix, mostly because I would stick to watching shows that are into my heart, such as The Spectacular Spider-Man, which thank God it's on Netflix, because I honestly hoped that one day it will be on Netflix, and it showed up on Netflix, and I'm really glad that it did. And yeah, I also watch Iron Man Armored Adventures, and so far I've only seen about, the number of episodes I've seen of the show is, I think, 16 episodes, if I'm correct. Yeah. Okay, what on earth was that?
I have no idea. That was not me.
Yeah, no. Are you alright, GingerCat65? You were quiet there.
No, I'm fine.
I don't blame
What
you.
what you're watching, dude?
No, I'll never tell.
Oh no.
Oh, Christ.
Interrogator Cornelius Fudge.
And witness for the defence, Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore.
So you
Okay.
heard that the time and place of the trial had changed.
No, Fudgy, actually. That wasn't brought to my attention. Luckily, I've been sat next door in McDonald's for the last 3 hours preempting something like this, you little viper.
Boy, you produced the Patronus charm in the presence of a muggle. Do you deny it?
No.
Then you're
Oh.
Guilty. This is so dumb. I was being
Harry
attacked
Potter
by
reference.
Dementor.
Ooh.
Also, the muggle in question is my cousin who already knows that magic exists.
Harry, I'm your lawyer. Shut up.
Listen here, Fudge. You want a witness? Well,
Mama, I'm waiting.
Drum
No,
roll,
please.
Figgy, baby, it's
Your turn to show me.
interrogate. Well, one of them was very large, and the other rather skinny. Not the boys, the Dementors.
Get it together, Felicia.
Everything turned cold, like all the happiness had gone from the
Mm,
world.
Better, yes, but more emotion.
It was like depression personified, like I could never escape.
Perfect.
As you can
Wow.
see from exhibit,
I can't tell what's going on right now.
bona fide Dementor attack.
Dementors don't just simply wander into suburbs and happen across wizards. The odds are astronomical.
Call me Miss Marple, but I
don't
don't think
anyone's
anyone's
saying
saying it was an accident.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes, of course, you are excused.
Oh,
Please
can't
leave.
you? That's 65.
Is this like a gender-bed version of Harry Potter?
Okay,
Hmm.
listen to me.
I don't know if
now.
he's
If
watching
you run the
TikTok.
Dementors, but the
It's
Dementors are running
TikTok.
amok, you don't run them. Who runs them, Fudge?
What the hell was
Stop
this?
that. Ah,
Well,
Right then, this just got serious. Oh yeah, have one hit serious.
You all ought to be ashamed of yourself. The law clearly states that in a life and death situation, you can use
I
some
really
deranged
need to watch
magic.
that video.
I thought that as well. Laws can be changed.
Changed to convict people just because you don't like them. What is it? Don't like his glasses? Jealous because he's got a full head of hair and you don't? Upset because he's the chosen one and the only person who's going to choose you?
Is that creep?
Look
Hey,
at
you're
your
so
court proceeding for a case of underage
magic.
You all sat there making a mockery of justice. And if you convict this young man today, you do not deserve to wear those fancy hats. I love this
Wow,
man.
you're scaring the
You will be
viewers.
just
I
as
don't know
bad
what's
as any
going on.
Dementor. You might not take his soul, but you can take his future. Cleared of all charges. Professor Dumbledore, will you leave me alone?
Ha!
Oh,
I need help.
God, you were scaring the viewers, brother. You're making them,
Me too!
you were making them think, is this stream PG or PG-13? Oh, God.
Oh my
I need help.
god. Yeah, you really need help.
Sorry,
Oh
lads.
my
No,
God,
that was wild.
So we need to get you to
Madam
Madam
Pomfrey.
No,
No, Harry.
Harry. Madam
Oh,
Pomfrey's
you
going to tell me off. Go and get Slim instead. Are you sure? Definitely not, Professor.
No,
Absolutely not.
A sound. Harry, what do you need to do?
I'll be down below, making no noise and pretending I don't
Yes,
exist.
that's a little brainwashed boy. Go on. Now
Oh,
with the ground performance.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
we wonder who is there.
I have to do this.
Draco Malfoy. Oh my
I have
God, no idea.
What? Shock! I'm gonna kill you.
Evo.
So far,
Oh,
you
you're
can't
just
stay
about to do the Tata slide.
You poisoned that drink, which didn't even
kill
kill
Ronald Weasley.
If you can't kill my little Clementine, you can't kill me. Just
saying.
Look here. Oh,
Snap,
Trap,
snap,
you're
you'll regret that when you're older, Draco.
Don't worry, it's fine. Let me just
remove it.
Expelliarmus.
Excuse me.
That only
Good boy,
works
take my hand
for
before
Draco,
No.
let me help you.
You.
We'll
I
really
thought you were
Giving
the
up
Gryffindor.
right now.
and then someone might actually
Didn't
care
care
about
about
you.
you.
Really? Yeah, 100%. Well, it's easier if you're a Gryffindor. Oh my, oh no,
Oh, hang on.
I did not scripting
guests.
Well done, Draco.
I'm watching a report on TikTok that said this.
Bellatrix, see you still haven't found a hairbrush. Well,
I
hello
haven't
there,
found
Gandalf.
no.
Ready to die? Look, I'm
Gandalf.
Gandalf, and I'm just gonna come back later with
Down
some white
road.
robes, so the joke's
Some-
on you. You need
Some new robes.
You
Yeah,
look
dusty.
Well,
Well,
the
Harry
Harry
would
would
just
get
do it
with
for
mine
mine
and
and
could
afford some new ones. Come on, Draco.
Okay. what's-
I'm giving up right now. I am so giving up right now.
You what?
It's gonna be fine. Come on.
Draco, no.
Oh my god, Severus, you've come to save me. You're gonna be deader than Cedric Diggory. What the hell?
It's time, Albus.
No way, Severus, you
betrayed me. I never
Think.
saw that coming.
Yeah, that's what I said, Ultimate. Yeah, I
Long
know.
live the king of Kedavra.
I have no life.
Here's how I feel, G.
Okay. Oh, please. I'm begging you. That's 61. I'm begging you. Scaring the viewers already.
Yeah, me too. What's going on right now?
Wait a minute. He just responded to me on Twitter.
I'm
saying
sitting right here.
What? What?
You were just saying to me you were watching TikTok this entire time.
I'm judging.
Oh, I won't judge you, but I respect that. But you're scaring everyone. They were just asking me what the hell is happening now. This was something I didn't expect.
Oh man.
I know it's a mad riot. I swear to God.
Alright, you're gonna need help, dear.
Help me, please! I swear this is legit going crazy. With me watching the In-Betweeners. I swear I have to try and at least get DVDs of the entire show and the films, because a mate of mine introduced me to one of the episodes of the In-Betweeners last year when we were on holiday to Bournemouth, and we were watching this episode called Home Alone, and that to this day it's one of my favorite episodes of the show because it got me into it.
Oh wait, isn't the one the Starfire and Cyborg are alone?
It was the ones that episode of the In-Betweeners in the UK version. It was about when Will invites I think Simon, Neil, and Jay to chill out with him while his mum is away and all this stuff, and they legit vandalized one of the neighbors' flowers, and it was so freaking hilarious to watch. It was just so hilarious, I swear. And surprisingly, you could find that episode on YouTube because somebody have uploaded it with subtitles. I don't know how you can easily find it, but
Con. Yeah, it's already been over like 2 seconds ago. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway, does any of our viewers have any questions that they would like to share or any opinions they want to share? Because we could do with some here. Hello. I'm actually going crazy right now because you, Jinchik65, you've driven me crazy.
Me too as well. What is that TikTok anyway?
Alright. We got a question from Twilight Sparkle the Tank Engine. Are you a Tugs fan or Tugs is horrible? To be honest, I enjoy Tugs, but I'm planning to rewatch the show because of the sake of how much I enjoy the stories of the episodes, like for example Munitions, High Winds, and all those great episodes like that. I'm planning to rewatch all 13 of these episodes, and it is kind of sad that the show lasted for 1 season and 13 episodes, which is legit just sad, but but I do plan to rewatch it, and yeah. So
I had to go neither because I never watched Tugs.
well, I mean, some people do, others don't. I mean, I think the only reason that they never heard of it is because of how short-lived the show is and all that, because it only lasted for 1 season and 13 episodes, and that's it. It's kind of similar to Spider-Man the new animated series, aka Spider-Man MTV or something like that. Basically, it's that CGI Spider-Man cartoon, the one that I know for a fact that it had Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin in the show. So yeah, and it just like Spider-Man the new animated series as well. Both Spider-Man the new animated series and Tugs, they both lasted for 1 season and 13 episodes, which is a shame. All right, next question. When will you do a face reveal?
That's
Um,
from Cohen.
Probably I wouldn't because of I have strict rules about me revealing my face on social media, especially to all my fans personally. I mean, I don't have any intentions or plans on ever doing so. So no, I honestly would not. So because I'm one of those few YouTubers that rather prefer to keep his identity hidden, apart from people and friends on social media that he can trust. So yeah, but who knows? I mean, just like I don't know. So
That's true. That's true.
okay,
Oh.
Legend of the Lost Treasure and Friendship Games, or The Great Race and Legend of Everfree. I haven't seen Legend of the Lost Treasure yet or The Great Race, but I'm still planning to. It's on my to-do list, especially for Friendship Games, because I heard recently on Instagram that someone was saying something about that Friendship Games might be removed off Netflix by the end of this month of February, sadly. And it is a huge shame in my book because I was planning to watch Friendship Games sometime soon in the future after the first Equestria Girls movie and Rainbow Rocks as well. As for Legend of Everfree, I really loved the film. I have it on my DVD collection because of honestly to this day it's my main favorite Equestria Girls film, and I like the outdoor scenery that is part of the film, and I love the more character development on Sideswipe, and and we get to see a little bit more of Midnight Sparkle being Sideswipe's worst fear. So
All right. So, to be honest, my first time I watched MLEG was I was a kid. I thought it was just a Barbie show, but turns out it was not. It's more like a pony thing. But I rewatched it back on 2018, and I watched the Friendship Games and Legend of Everfree. I only watched a little bit of Legend of Everfree, but the most I watch is Friendship Games, of course.
yeah, because of Equestria Girls is more like the human counterparts of Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, and all the other ponies in Equestria and Ponyville, if you think about it.
That's true.
Yeah. Alright, next one. What are your favorite childhood shows besides Thomas the Tank Engine? My other favorite childhood shows are... Oh, I remember that I enjoyed the first ever free Sonic cartoons: Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, Sonic Sat AM, Sonic Underground. But mainly these days I enjoy the Sonic Sat AM cartoon because of because I honestly think that that Sonic Sat AM has some really interesting development compared to the free Sonic cartoons and all that. And it became well known for after the third season got cancelled, and a lot of Sonic fans, including myself, really would love to see a third season to the show and everything. Kind of like how everyone wants to see a third season of the Spectacular Spider-Man, which also the Spectacular Spider-Man, I would consider that my childhood show because it was the very first Marvel Comics cartoon I ever finally got the chance to watch, and then the second one was The Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which, come to think of it, I need to get back to watching more often of that show because I honestly am growing fond of the show, and I remember I used to watch the Super Mario Bros. Super Show when I was like younger or something during my secondary school days, but nowadays I don't pay much attention to it because I mostly like the Sonic cartoons more than the Mario ones. So yeah. And as for Batman, and I love the Batman cartoon, even though a lot of people don't appreciate it, but I do because of it was one of the few pieces of entertainment I've been watching before I started my college years back then in 2017. all that stuff. So yeah, and I'm that close to finishing the entire show. I need to finish off watching season 5 and everything, and then possibly I might consider rewatching the show. So yeah, like there's so many other shows that I like from my childhood days for me to list, but what else can I say?
So okay, my favorite one is still the same, Venus and Verb.
Hmm.
It's still a good show. It's for kids and for everyone, and never dies.
Yeah, I remember I've seen a few episodes of Phineas and Ferb. I'm actually planning to like rewatch it for the sake of childhood nostalgia and everything. What's your other main favorite childhood shows, Ginger Cat 65?
We haven't talked. You haven't asked a question for a while now, dear.
Yeah, let's see what's up. Fuck.
Is he still not answering, or is he mute or something?
Yeah, I'm just texting him now on Twitter to see what's up. And I'm gonna wait and hear a response from him as soon as possible. So, yeah.
All right, we got another question for Keon. Do you think Sunset Shimmer is related to Hot Rod from Transformers?
Well, I don't know much about Hot Rod. I mean, I am still watching some of the Transformers cartoons. Recently, I've started watching Transformers Animated, and I've seen the first 4 episodes, and I instantly grew a massive interest in the show. And yeah, and I still plan to continue watching more of season 2 of Transformers Prime, and also excuse me. Yeah. Also, I am currently watching still Transformers G1, which honestly it's the most retro and most nostalgic Transformers cartoon for older Transformers fans and all that. And I recently watched this Transformers trilogy series. I think it's called Transformers War on Cybertron, something like that, on Netflix. And yeah,
Yes, I watched that one already.
yeah, and so
The
far
first one.
I've seen the first part of it, and like not all of it, but I've only seen the first episode. I'm planning to watch more in the future.
Mhm.
And yeah,
So I only watched a bit of G1, the episodes. The first one is the Cybertron Comes to Earth. It's one of my favorites, one actually. And I watched the movie as well, G1 version.
all right. And recently I did a character artwork on RC in her G1 incarnation, because RC is one of my main few Transformers characters that I really enjoy a lot, and she's one of the few fictional female characters that I adore so much, alongside Sunset and Raven as well. So yeah, excuse me for a sec, I got a few messages. Let's see.
All right then. Oh wait. So Keon, for my question about Sunset Shimmer, I never know about Sunset Shimmer until 2017. I watched Hot Rod when I was a kid, still watching the G1 version over and over again. To make sure and to answer your question, I'm not sure if they were rated or not. So yeah.
Yeah, same. I don't know much about Hot Rod, but maybe I will eventually. So yeah, and yeah. Excuse me. Can you do a Spencer impression from Thomas? Because your Mallard impression was gold. To be honest, if I would try and attempt to do a Spencer impression, I would have made it sound so alike to my Mallard impression, because I'm doing the best as I can to try and do different type of character impressions for different characters from either my interest or for other people's projects on social media and YouTube. So yeah, but who knows? I'll just give it a shot to do the impression on Spencer. I'm the Duke and Duchess's private engine. I take them everywhere. I have plenty of water. I think I would have did a Michelangelo's take on the character. Bless him. So yeah, and yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question for you, Rizo. Did you watch? I mean, did you saw Jasper Pye's comics of Thomas the Tank Engine?
So who's?
Jasper Pye.
I have seen the web comics that he did, and they were interesting to view on DeviantArt. To be honest, I think he really did a good job on them. To be honest, so yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem to hold up the taste of his original fan-made Thomas series, but that he used to do on YouTube. But I think it's alright. I mean, personally, it's still good. So,
That's true.
Who is your favorite Spider-Man villain, and have you watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? For Spider-Man villain, I think I have quite a lot, to be honest. Like Green Goblin, Tombstone, Wilson Fisk, also known as the Kingpin. Yeah, I count him as a Spider-Man villain because he started out as a Spider-Man villain, and then later on in the comics, he ends up becoming well known as a Daredevil villain. And yeah, excuse me. And Doctor Octopus, the Shocker, Mysterio, probably the Vulture is one of them, Sandman, and there's so many other Spider-Man villains I like, but who knows? And as for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I haven't. Like, I never have, to be honest.
Okay, so my favorite Spider-Man villain is going for the movies versions. I'll go Vulture, of course, the recent one, and I'll go with Mysterio. I thought Mysterio is gonna be the good guy when I watched the movie, but turns out, no. He has never been a good guy, never ever. That's a
All
shame.
right. I didn't know you were a fan of Michael Keaton's Vulture as well.
Yep, indeed I am.
Yeah, I
And
know
also,
him. Yeah, I know him
okay.
for. Sorry, I know him for playing as Batman in Batman in 1999 and Batman Returns for Tim Burton's Batman films.
Didn't know
So,
that. And
yeah.
I didn't know that. So, and lastly, not least, is I had to go with the Amazing Spider-Man Electro.
All right.
So we got another question for Keon again. Fluttershy or Henry?
I don't know. Henry's one of my few favorite characters in the Thomas the Tank Engine series, and as for Fluttershy, I don't mind her. She's alright. So. Oh,
Fluttershy
there's a
is my
question. Sorry, carry on.
Fluttershy is my second favorite MLP character.
Oh, okay. Oh, we have a question that we missed. Which character is the most evil? Megatron from Transformers Prime or Adagio Dazzle?
Oh, that's gonna be difficult.
Yeah. I mean, they both are, in my opinion, are the most evil, especially when it comes to terms of talking about what version of Megatron is more likely the more dark-hearted and evilness and all that. Because when it comes to terms of seeing Megatron and Transformers Prime, he literally reminds me of Robotnik in the Sonic SatAM cartoon a lot. I don't know why, but I guess it's just because of how dark he has became over the few years. But then again, probably that's just the way how Frank Welker reprised his role from after he voiced him before in G1 back in those days. So yeah. And as for Adagio, Yeah, she's one of my favorite MLP villains, alongside Arya, Sonata, Midnight Sparkle, and even Queen Chrysalis as well. So yeah, and I think she's amazing too. So yeah, she's definitely more evil than both Arya and Sonata and all that, in my opinion. Like, because when you think about it, Arya's just like, ugh, whatever, I'll just get on with it. And Sonata is more like the doofus out of the three of them. So yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Megatron and Adagio. That's kind of a difficult question for me. But if you talk about Transformers Prime, I never watch it. But I can go. But they have both have in common redemption from Adagio. Yeah, Megatron get redemption from when he sacrificed himself to save the others by the Dark Spark. If you haven't watched the Power Up the Primes,
Mm-hmm.
and
Kevin, yeah.
Adagio, as for in Equestria Walk, Equestria Walk, she got Wasa's power, and there are so many stories about the Dazzlings over the years. Some of them have kids, and some of them have get their voices back. So yeah, I don't know what to choose from between both of them.
Indeed. Yeah. Okay. Who is your least favorite Thomas and MLP and Equestria Girls character? When it comes to terms of Thomas and Friends characters, I honestly don't seem to care much for Charlie and the Login Locos due to how much I don't honestly I honestly just don't care for them that much. Maybe because of how much lack of development in their characters they have or something like that. But that's just my opinion. As for MLP, well, to be honest, I don't know, because I would kind of say maybe who knows? I honestly really don't know who I don't honestly dislike the most in MLP. But as for Equestria Girls, I honestly don't give a damn for Principal Singe in friendship games, mainly because, to be honest, I just felt like that she's just trying to control Sideswipe during the Friendship Games movie to unleash the magic that she had been researching throughout the film, and she could have been the reason why that Sideswipe ended up becoming sorry, like she is the reason why Sideswipe became Midnight Sparkle during the Friendship Games, and it's up to Sunset in her Daydream Shimmer form to take care of Midnight Sparkle's destruction and everything. So yeah.
Okay, so my honest opinion on Thomas and Friends, I least favorite them is the humans ones. That's it. And for MLP, nothing much, but I had to go with the side characters with the extras, except for Cheese Sandwich. As for Equestria Girls, I'm going with the same question as yours.
That is something me and you have in common. All right. Who is the worst villain that you and your team ever met? Oh, that's like a question about my Adventure Team Squad series. Well, when it comes to terms of like villains that we would have ever encountered in the series, we would have been like the worst one we would have encountered probably in the future, maybe Galactus from Marvel Comics, or Unicron the Destroyer from Transformers, or maybe the far like worst is probably one of my favorite anime villains, Kanata Hiroko from Black Bullet, which interestingly enough, like he is like a messenger of chaos throughout the show, and yeah, and it's a shame that the show only lasted for like 13 episodes in one season, but yeah, whatever. I mean, it is an interesting anime so far, so
I'm gonna skip that question and go to the next one. Have a Day Off once said, who is your Who is your related to My Little Pony Equestria Girls?
Well, to me, I would mostly definitely relate to Sunset Shimmer because I love it how she's like a friend that you can depend on, and she's mostly empathy with her friends and everyone at Canterlot High, and yeah, and honestly, I think that excuse me, that yeah, like I felt like I can be empathy and supportive to my friends in real life and also in social media as well too. And yeah, so honestly, I honestly adore Sunset so much for that because of she and I are so relatable when it comes to terms of being empathy and everything, and yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to the same question as yours, Sunset Shimmer. Yes, she has empathy and willing to take care of his friends. But the most reason that she and I are related is gaming and Battle Age.
Yes, because I sometimes have a bit of gaming rage when it comes to terms of Team Fortress 2 as well. Because I remember that me and my my friend, we sometimes play Team Fortress 2 together on Steam. And whenever we try to fight off another team or something like that, we often either fail because of difficult maps or something like that, or because of how tough other online players are, which is a pain in the ass. But
That's true.
I mean, I honestly still love Team Fortress 2 to this day. As a matter of fact, it's my third favorite video game franchise of all time. While Sonic is first, then Super Mario is second, to be honest. So yeah, and I will always play as Soldier, mainly because of how much I enjoy Soldier for being one of my favorite characters in any interest of mine. So yeah.
Okay, so Team Fortress 2, I never played it, but I wish I want to play that game. Let's see. I have no idea what to do. What this next question is? Um, haven't
About,
haven't Trixie or Diesel?
right, let me see. Hang on. Okay. Um, for me, I see them as alright characters. Trixie, I see her as mostly as an anti-hero because she first started off as a villain in Friendship is Magic, but then later on in season 3 she returns, and then she becomes more anti-heroic and all that. And Diesel, well, he has been sort of the running like first Thomas villain over the past couple of years, but then up until like season 24, I believe, he becomes a bit like he shows a bit of a Mr. Nice Guy kind of side, which I think he kind of reforms a little as time goes on. So yeah.
So Diesel is like the original or the I never see Thomas and Friends again, but it kind of reminds me of the train who has claws on him.
All right.
I don't know who it is, but
okay.
But
all right. So let's see what else do we have to go through. All right. Haven't you heard the news that Thomas and Friends is gone? Yeah, I have, and it's all thanks to Mattel because they have deliberately continued damaging its reputation, and I believe that there is not like it's literally gone downhill, just like similar to The Simpsons, how it had gone downhill and all. But I will always have a good heart in Thomas and Tank and Friends because not only that my fan-made series that I'm making soon is going to be like a tribute to it, but also because it's going to remind us older Thomas fans of how much we used to love Thomas the Tank Engine and all back then in those days, and also yeah, and yeah, so okay.
Moving on. Moving on. Any opinions on Godzilla versus Kong? I never watched the trailer, but you should answer this question.
Well, I have seen 2 trailers of it because a friend of mine, he was he was recommending me to see this film, and I thought, well, considering that I haven't seen the original Godzilla versus Kong movie, I'm actually kind of thinking of possibly possibly watching like I might get the chance to one day watch this film and see what's it like, to see if one day like because I have this idea that what if one day after I watch both, after watching the original and then at some point maybe watch the recent remake. I'm assuming that this recent one, Godzilla vs. Kong, is supposed to be a remake of the classic one. If someone could point that out for me, please, that would be highly appreciated. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think something tells me that it could be it could be like a remake of the original Godzilla vs. Kong movie from 1962, if I believe. So yeah. And
Okay.
let's see who else.
Heavy or bulk biceps?
Bulk biceps. I never heard of that character, but I am familiar with Heavy from Team Fortress 2. I sometimes play as him on TF2 online with a mate of mine, and yeah.
Okay, let me explain to you about bulk bicep. Bulk bicep is on My Little Pony. He used to call himself a snowflake, but it got banned
Oh
for some
wait, is he that
reason.
muscular pony character or something like that?
Yes, that's him.
Oh, because at first I never heard his name at all, to be honest. But thanks for that. Like,
You're
to be
welcome.
honest, I don't know much about him because he hasn't been given that much like screen time throughout the episodes at all. Like throughout some of the episodes, I don't think. But I don't know. If you excuse me for a sec, because there's someone on Twitter that wants to be part of the stream.
Sure thing.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah.
So yeah, I only pick Heavy because I never met bulk biceps until about every kind of social media that showed me. So yeah, I'll pick Heavy because Blissey is the Heavy. That's all.
Yeah.
You know Whiting Bliss, right?
Hmm?
You know Whiting Bliss, right?
Think so. Anyway, who is your favorite character on Team Fortress 2? Definitely for me, Soldier, because he is one of the most entertaining characters I ever had the pleasure of playing as throughout the game. And I honestly find his character interesting as much as I would find either Heavy's character or Scout's character interesting, or even heck, Spy's character interesting, because sometimes whenever I watch that short of Team Fortress 2 called Expiration Date, which was about when Scout wants to go out on a date with Miss Pauling, and he asks for advice from Spy, and Spy legit reminds me sometimes of Rarity from My Little Pony because of similar character they both have or something. I don't know, but I mean, I find that really interesting about those two, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
And-
So speaking of Rarity, she did do a Spy comic on DeviantArt.
Uh-huh.
No, but to be honest, my favorite character is got to be the Scout and Spy because of the father and son bond between Scout's mom, of course.
Yeah.
But the taste of comedy between them is so awesome.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what can you do? And yeah, let's see. What's your favorite Thomas merchandise of all time? For me, it would have to be Wooden Railway because I like how some of its models focus on some of the Railway series characters from the books, and also share the models with some of the characters that appeared in the TV series from the classic series and the modern series. So yeah, I used to have Tomy/Trackmaster when I was younger, but I gave it away because I was growing more fond of Wooden Railway at the time. So yeah, So still to this day, Wind Railway will nail it for me. So yeah.
I never owned a Thomas merch before, but I did remember back in the day, I have a Thomas and Friends pajamas when I was 3.
All right, that could be considered as a piece of merchandise and all that stuff. So yeah.
Well, it's not official. It's just a made by a person who made the merch because they needed money. I support that as well.
Yeah,
Like
I see.
I have a lot of fake merch, but I do support them, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And from Simo 2.0, keep up the good work. You reach 2K in no time.
Oh, bless you, CM 2.0. Really appreciate that. All right. Is there any more questions that you lads would like to share out to me while I'm trying to get a hold of someone who wants to join us on the stream, and I'm trying to find out what's he up to now. So yeah.
All right. So I got a question from you, Rizo. Do you ever know any kind of YouTubers besides My Little Pony? Any kind of YouTubers?
I know some other YouTubers that do different types of fan-made Thomas the Tank Engine series, like one known as Diesel D199. My friend, Mr. Ray the Hedgehog, who hired me a couple times to voice some of the characters for him. And recently I did the voice of Norman in one of his videos in the past, back last year, I believe. And it went absolutely well, and I think he would have more plans in store for me. But honestly, I don't know. But who knows? Because if it honestly just depends really about what's gonna happen for what he has plans in store for the rest of his series. So yeah. Okay.
Oh, that question from Keon. What's your thoughts on My Little Pony the movie, the first one, and Thomas and the Magical Railroad?
Haven't seen My Little Pony the movie that came out in 2017 yet, but I still plan to watch it at some point. It's on my to-do list. Thomas and the Magic Railroad. I used to own a VHS tape of it when I was a kid, and to be honest, I really enjoyed watching it the most and all that stuff. And I thought to myself that I really enjoy watching the film and all, but although I would appreciate if the director's cut of the film would be released on DVD for us Thomas fans to see what the original script could have been like in action if it wasn't removed of the original plans of making the movie and all that stuff. But overall, I think the film is an okay-ish kind of film, like more like a 4 out of 10 film or a 5 out of 10 film or something like that in my book. But honestly, I wouldn't be too certain of it, but who knows? So yeah.
Okay, so I never watched Thomas and Friends because I'm still a little kid. Because I never keep up with Thomas and Friends when I was a kid. My Little Pony the movie 2017. Yes, I watch a bit. I never hear any kind of songs. I only hear one song. It's the ending one. I only care about the action. The first time they do is an action base. They pirate. They do. I mean, the Storm King absorbed every Alcorn magic, but the only magic he does is the thunder, because he's the Storm King. But they do imagine him an alternate version that Storm King uses Tempest and give her horn back. So yeah, I keep it up with the comic research. If you want, it's on DeviantArt already. If you type Tempest King, or you can go on Counterart Comics on type Tempest. That's all.
All right. Seems interesting indeed. So. Yeah.
And speaking of which,
yeah, you were saying?
Okay, speaking of which, do you have a Discord server though? I'm just wondering in my thought right now.
To be honest, I don't, because I mainly focus on other social media sites like DeviantArt, Instagram, SoundCloud, and a GIF animation app that I share some of my GIFs to. And yeah, and honestly, I think that that GIF app that I use, it really helps me a lot because of it helps me to get good ratings on some of the GIF animations I work on. And at the moment, I'm not working on any GIF animations for a while due to troubles that I'm having with at the moment with Photoshop and all that stuff because of I don't know why, but it just seems to have a bit of teething troubles or something. But it will be a long story to explain. So yeah,
Understandable, understandable.
yeah.
Alright, so another question from Keon again. Which villain is more badass? Diesel 10, Megatron, or T-Rex?
When it comes to terms of other villains, I would say probably say Megatron would be because he's one of my favorite villains of all time, alongside Diesel 10, Robotnik, Bowser, and all the other villains that I kept mentioning a few times back on my fan art pieces or DeviantArt. As for T-Rex, I think he's alright. He's sort of one of my favorites and all, alongside Chrysalis, the Dazzlings, and Midnight Sparkle. So yeah.
You forgot about Cozy Glow's name as well.
Hmm?
You forgot Cozy Glow.
Well, I don't have much of an opinion about her, but I think she's an okay villain and all that stuff in my book. She's kind of like a bit of a psychopath, like not as psychotic as Joker or Carnage or any of those characters
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, true. Okay, so I'm going with Megatron because, as usual, he's more awesome and he's more badass. And he has so many forms on the Japanese and the English versions. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going.
What's your favorite theme and scene from Wallace and Gromit? My favorite theme from Wallace and Gromit would be the main theme and the train chase from the wrong trousers, because it's so memorable to me, and I really enjoyed the dramatic climax kind of feeling that you feel every time you would listen to it, and yeah. And
The only movie for Gromit is the Curse of the Were Rabbit. That's my opinion.
all right.
Okay, another one for him. Would you like me to be in your live stream or join in one of my live streams?
Well, it sort of depends really, because if you have any other social media sites, then I would have a little private chat with you about that and see if that sounds reasonable and all that. So yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, because of like I would usually get to know some people through other pieces of social media, like sometimes on either DeviantArt or Twitter or Instagram, depending on which one out of those three you would have contacted me by, and yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, I suppose.
Okay, so besides Wallace and Gromit, how is your reaction on they released their own Funko Pops? They released their own Funko Pops of Wallace and Gromit as well as Shaun the Sheep.
Oh, I didn't know that because of I had no idea about it at the time, because the last time I ever collected any Funko Pop figures at all was back in Christmas last year. I got myself a Funko Pop figure of Hades from Hercules, and to be honest, it looks outstanding looking because of the way how they did his hair and all that stuff. It just really fits him very well, just like how they did a good job with the Funko Pop version of the Heath Ledger Joker figure that I have here, and also Tom Holland's Spider-Man from the MCU as well. So
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so Keon will reply, I'll just join YouTube, but my stuff will be ready on summer. I just turned 16.
Okay, so
Congrats, dear.
yeah, surprising. So well done.
Well, it's nothing special on the Funko Pops up between Wallace and Gromit. It's just the Wallace going for cheese and Gromit just a regular dog. That's all.
Yeah, Gromit just goes along with Wallace wherever he goes. Who is your favorite character of Transformers G1? Well, I would say RC again, because she's always been my main favorite Autobot character that I enjoy watching, seeing in action. Also, Optimus Prime, Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream, and probably Shockwave as well, and maybe even Bumblebee as well. So yeah.
For me, I go with the Dinobots. The entirety of the Dinobots.
Yeah.
Because when they're in dino form on the movie, they still get their comedian acts together because they're dinosaurs at all.
Yeah.
Wow, we never even hear from Ginger for a while. Where is he?
Well, he said something about that he's dealing with something at the moment, and yeah, so yeah, he would probably come back to join us eventually. I think maybe later or something, but God knows. So yeah, and it's just us three, well, both doing well in business in the stream, discussing and getting to know each other with while people send us questions and everything. So yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so my question for you, do you even know any about, well, anime? If that's my wondering.
What anime?
Yes, that you recently watched.
The main animes I only watch is Sonic X, which I watch on Netflix, and I'm planning to get back to watching more episodes of it because I've only seen about 5 episodes so far. Sonic OVA, the movie, which is one of my all-time favorite animated films ever because I love how it focuses on Sonic and the characters, and it has an interesting incarnation of Robotnik and Metal Sonic. I watched Digimon Frontier because it's the only Digimon anime I ever watched, and Black Bullets, and yeah, I think that would have been it really. So yeah.
Okay, so yes. Sonic X, first of all, to be honest, I didn't know it was an anime. I thought it was a cartoon. That is all. And second of all, Digimon, the only Digimon anime that I watch is the second one, and the Quas Wars.
I see.
Like I say, Quas Wars is kind of like a mashup between Digimon's special abilities, all that kind of stuff.
I see. Did you know
Okay, so-
they made a MLP versus Transformers comic book series?
Yes, I did know that.
I didn't know that, to be honest, because of I only paid attention to some fan art pieces that have the characters from MLP and Transformers together, like hanging out and all that stuff, like teaming up and everything. Like that is something that I paid attention to. So yeah. Oh, there's a question for you, Jay Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, about Jurassic Park and World franchise.
Oh yes. Okay, so here's the thing. I never watched Jurassic Park to be from the old generation. I watched the world version, Fallen Kingdom. I say it was a good movie. It's a good one, but so many people are complaining about both franchise, including the video games as well. They kind of suck. So yeah, that's my opinion of the world, not the park version.
I see. As for me personally, I still haven't seen Jurassic Park or Jurassic World at all. So I may consider one day watching any of the films, but who knows? So yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, so back on the topic of My Little Pony versus Transformers topic. It's on YouTube for a very long time now. Master Code explains about Transformers and My Little Pony. If you know Master Code,
Maybe I think.
he did explain about Starscream and the interactions with the Transformers and the ponies as well.
Okay.
And if you want to read it for yourself, there's on readcomic.com for every information of every Batman comics and Transformers comics as well.
I see.
Speaking of Batmans, did you read the Batman Death Metal or the Dark Knight medals? If that's my question.
What do you mean by medals of Batman or something?
Any kind. Which one is your favorite villain of the Batman alter egos?
For me, my main favorite Batman villains, I would consider the Joker, based in his my main choices of incarnations of him from the Batman and the Dark Knight, because I honestly care about Kevin Michael Richardson's role as the Joker in the Batman cartoon, and I enjoy Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker. Deathstroke / Slade, I mean, yeah, he is sort of a Teen Titans villain, but he does specifically count as a Batman villain for later on in the media and DC Comics.
True, that's true.
And
okay.
My other favorite, main favorite, would probably be Professor Pig, because I know him well from the Batman Arkham games, but my main favorite will have to be him in his incarnation from Beware the Batman cartoon. I'm nearly close to finishing it. It's a really good Batman cartoon, and it's really surprising that a lot of people don't know it that well, despite of it mainly focuses on Batman's early days in protecting Gotham and all that stuff. And I like Tobias Whale in that show, and Anarchy as well, and I think also maybe Magpie as well. I highly recommend you to check it out. Beware the Batman.
I do know Magpie. Yeah. Okay, so question for our day off one. What is your favorite dinosaur on Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Blue. It's not that obvious. I'm going with blue.
Yeah. Oh, I received a message.
So I get topics from some dinosaurs now. I talk about My Little Pony and Transformers, and they talk about Jurassic Park. That's a good question, you guys. Give me some other ones besides dinosaurs now. Because of my profile pic, it's not a dinosaur. It's more like a dragon.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anywho, any other questions regarding, say, other interests that you guys may recommend us or talk to us about?
Okay, so how about you, Rizo? I already asked my questions. What about you? You gonna have any questions for me?
Well, to be that frankly, before I would ask, just to let you know that excuse me, that Ginger Cat 65 left the stream because he had other things to deal with. So yeah. Anyway, other questions in my mind is, what Marvel cartoons have you seen?
Oh, okay. So 3 of them are simple. Marvel's Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Agent. Yeah, you talked about that already. Agents of Smash, and I'm just going with Ultimate Spider-Man on this part.
Yeah, I plan to watch Ultimate Spider-Man because not only did I find the show seem like interesting, but also because I find out that the way how Tom Kenny voiced Dr. Octopus in that cartoon, I find it very interesting of how he made Doc Ock so dark and sinister compared to the Spectacular Spider-Man's incarnation of Doc Ock, or Spider-Man the Animated Series 1994's take on Doc Ock. So yeah.
And do you notice that Doc Ock changed his character most of the time?
You mean like his body or something like that?
Yes, something like that. He go
Yeah.
with the,
Yeah, I
he
noticed
go with
that.
the okay. So yeah, he go with the his first one, then the Sinister Six, then the old version, then his classic one from the comics.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay. Another question from Kian. What's your opinion on How to Train Your Dragon franchise? Ah, okay, so I watched the three of them, not the specials or anything. I'm gonna say it's a good one. Not my best, but still a good one.
I see. Surprising, huh? I'm not like that really hugely interested about the whole How to Train Your Dragon franchise, because of I honestly to God didn't pay any attention to it when it first came out. So yeah, like I didn't heard much of it when it first came out. So yeah,
Mm,
and yeah, so yeah, and honestly though, I think that when it comes to terms about it and all, oh, what's this one? Have you watched Beast Wars Transformers? I think I may have heard of it from a friend of mine. I think he watched it and he finds it very fascinating and interesting. I'm actually kind of thinking of possibly one day giving it a shot myself on watching it after I finish either Prime or Animated or G1, just to see how how good it sounds, because of I mean, overall, I'm still interested in Transformers and all, and I still plan to watch the live-action movies of Transformers as well. So yeah,
Okay, so my opinion on Beast Wars. The only interested is Megatron because he has twin forms of himself. One of them is he becomes a dragon, of course, a T-Rex, and if you guys haven't heard of him, he has three dinosaurs into one robot. It's more like a combiner, but for one only.
all right. Have you
Okay, so
guys seen the Despicable Me and Minion franchise? I've only seen, I think, the second Despicable Me and the Minion film. I remembered seeing it when during my secondary school days, and to be honest, it wasn't the type of film that I honestly enjoyed that much. It wasn't like one of my huge like favorites, to be honest. I really don't honestly pay much attention to it still. So yeah. I mean, what's your opinion on that?
okay, so my favorite of the minions, I'll go with them in different categories. The fourth one is the one actually. The third one I have to go with three. The second one, two, and the number one rank is minions
I see.
because three, I did not know that Goo has a brother, and I never met his father as well. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, which is surprising. Right.
Okay, so you try to invite the person on Twitter right now.
No, I was just looking through me messages on Twitter to see what's going on and all that stuff, and a lot of things are going on. So yeah, and I suppose it's just us both doing business on this live stream along with everyone else. So yeah.
Makes sense. We should tell everyone who is someone joining us right now.
Yeah, maybe so. I'll probably find out if I might know someone if if he would be that interested to join in or something, I'll try and contact him via Demon Art to ask him if he would want to join in or something. I'll just see if I could find him.
Makes sense. All right.
All right. Okay. From Kion, it says something about that he's in the progress of updating his channel with the logo, new theme, and new everything. So, and a question for me: what was your reaction when you first watched My Life as a Teenager Robot? I only seen very little of the show. I haven't paid much attention to it over the past few years, and I'm still watching it still, but I am legit taking my time on watching it because I'm not super crazy about the show as I would be for say the Spectacular Spider-Man or any of the other shows I like. But I find it okay-ish show. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's okay so far.
I never watched My Life as a Teenage Robot. Sorry about that. Have day off?
Yeah.
The only robot cartoons I watch is I can't pronounce their names. Probably it's about Super Hyper Monkey Hyper Force. It's on Disney Channel, not on Cartoon Network.
Super Monkey Hyper Force Go? Is it?
Yeah, that's the one.
I think I may have heard of that show, but I'm not sure if I would have be that interested to see it, but not really sure, to be that honest, but who knows. I may do research on that show one day to find out what is it about or something.
Yeah, it's a explanation part. I never watched it the entirely, but I only watched some episodes of it.
See.
Right. So, during quarantine, do you play any kind of games with friends?
All right. Let's see. Well, apparently I still play mainly Team Fortress 2 on Steam with a friend of mine and all, and I sometimes play Gary's mod and all that stuff. As you can tell from DeviantArt, I create screenshots focusing on Gary's mod and everything, and then I showcase them around Twitter, Instagram, and other social media sites and all that. So, like, you know, yeah.
Okay, so we got another question from. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. What's your opinion on the Magic Railroad parody by Vinnie Smith? I haven't seen the parody of the Magic Railroad. I haven't seen it, but I do plan to possibly one day watch it. But I mean, who knows? Because of I'm actually kind of thinking maybe I might consider watching it, but who knows? I
never watched.
tiny
I
bits.
never watched it, so.
Yeah.
Man, there are a lot of parodies of every single cartoons.
Or films. Either way, who knows?
Yes, that's true. Okay, so do you watch any Twitch stream people?
I don't watch anything on Twitch. Like Twitch. Is it Twitch TV you're like referring to or something?
Yes, Twitch TV.
To be honest, I heard of it, but I never actually never watched anything related from it. So no, I honestly really don't.
Alright. So okay. Any questions for me, Weasel? Because I ask you too many much.
Okay. What DC Comics shows and films do you watch?
What kind of
shows and TV shows from DC Comics do you watch?
Okay, so recently I watched the Harley Quinn. It was a good episode. Yeah, it was a good show.
Oh, I love that. I finished the first season of Harley Quinn, and it was legit one of the best. It really blew up my mind when I first watched it, and I plan to watch season 2. So yeah, carry on. What else you like?
Okay, so the movie one. It's about Batman becoming Batman. Sorry, Batman, not Batman Ninja, but Shaolin.
Um, I think don't think I ever heard of it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Batman Soul of the Dragon. Sorry,
Okay.
it's a new one, but I like it. It's kind of story that how Batman trains and how he met his other friends, martial artists.
Yeah. Which is honestly not surprising. So
And also the villains, the snakes. Not not really fan of snakes on the Shaolins, but uh
what they give you like the creeps and all that stuff.
no, they didn't get enough screen time. All they saw is the possession. Like ugh. Not a good movie without snakes.
Okay.
And it's a little bit too dark because they need us. They need to sacrifice. He's going to kill a kid because he's the prophecy, and he sacrificed himself to open the gate.
Very odd indeed.
Okay, so I got a question from Keon. You're right, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is a good movie. Scoot. Oh man, what is wrong with you, Keon?
What? What's this about?
He said the Scooter haters.
I guess people have different opinions after all then.
One of the haters is one of my favorite YouTubers as well, so don't judge me because he hates Jurassic World as well.
Well, like I said, I never judge you and all, but
Oh no. We're on the topic on Batman now. Now we're going back to dinosaurs.
yeah, I mean, what the heck? I mean, honestly, it's just insane. Alright. What's going on? Alright. Is there any other, like, questions or something? So, does anybody have any questions that you all would like to share with me and Jay Phoenix? Okay. Okay, still waiting to hear from Jay Phoenix. Maybe he just left the stream for a second, so yeah. Anyway, it's just me on my own right now, so yeah, and I'm still like celebrating the rest of excuse me, celebrating. Oh wait, Jay Phoenix is coming back, so what
Sorry,
happened?
I'm out of connection. Oh no. Where's my
Oh.
connection?
Oh, all right. We
Okay.
thought you were gone for a second.
I know. So okay, so back on track. Have a day off. Have you ever watched? No, I haven't. No, I wanna watch it, but I get spoiled from my dad because he likes the Godzilla movie, but I don't want to get spoiled on, so I had to run away or cover my ears.
That's a good trick.
Okay,
Yeah.
so from Keon, have you seen the engines of Solder?
Sodor. Oh, I have seen the finale of it, and to be honest, it was kind of an interesting one of the most interesting ways to end any series ever, to be honest. And honestly, excuse me, I think that that it was one of those type of endings that really earned a good like, I don't know how to describe it on words, but I think it was a really great finale, to be honest. And I think Thomas 1, Edward 2, Henry 3 really did a good job finishing off the series and everything. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. From Twilight Sparkle, the Tank Engine, who are your favorite Z stack? But me, because I've seen Tugs, I would have to go through Zebedee, because when it comes to terms of Z stacks, they think that they are more superior than Star Tugs and all that stuff. But Zebedee is the one that shows that not all Z stacks are like thinking themselves supreme and all that stuff. He shows that he has a good side within him and everything, and like he helps out any tugboats in need and all that stuff. So yeah.
To be honest, TS, Twilight Sparkle. I never watched that stack. I'm so sorry. If you can ask me another question, any kind, besides Dragon and Dinosaurs, because we already talked about that already.
Yeah. Oh my god. Khan has like what? Plenty. What does he mean by plenty? I'm assuming questions or something?
Yes, he refers to questions.
Oh god. Help us, please!
We need another commentary right now.
I know, but hey, what else can I say, really? I mean, he probably would have been a huge fan of dinosaurs or dragons or something like that, but who knows?
Yeah.
Because I know my friend is like a huge fan of Steven Universe and also MLP and all that stuff. Which, yes, I do plan to watch Steven Universe at some point in the future, but it's on my to-do list still. I have other shows that I'm watching that I need to focus on watching a bit more, like The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Superman, the animated series, and also Transformers Animated, which is, like I said earlier, I recently started watching it some time ago, and also I think also there are some other shows that are on Netflix I need to watch, like Iron Man Armored Adventures, also maybe Friends as well, because I haven't seen Friends in ages and all that stuff, and I think I need to catch up on rewatching the Spectacular Spider-Man, because of I still plan to watch it. And also, yeah. All right.
Okay, so what part are you on the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes now?
I think I'm up to the part in let me see, what episode was I last left off at. I believe the episode I last left off at was probably episode 16, as far as I could remember. And I am planning to try and finish off season 1 and start watching season 2. And from what I know for a fact is that one of my favorite Marvel villains of all time, Dr. Victor Von Doom, is on season 2. And when I saw a small clip of him in season 2, I honestly was interested in the incarnation of the character because of how interesting Dr. Doom is as a character. So yeah.
For me, I can go with the favorite episodes of the Gamma ones, because I can see a lot of Gamma versions of Iron Man, Wasp, and also Black Panther.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a horror movie type of an episode. The way how the characters turn into got affected with gamma radiation, and I love the introduction to the leader in the episode, because not only that I noticed him not only I noticed the actor who voiced the leader for voicing the Question in Justice League Unlimited, but also I recognize him for voicing Ratchet from Transformers Prime. honestly, the actor really nailed the role of the leader personally, and that's why I did a character artwork of the leader back last year before 2020 ended and all that stuff. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. Okay, so back on the topic of questioning, Keon, would you have a sunset shimmer body pillow on your bed?
I was once asked by that same question in real life by someone I know, and and I was like going to ask him the same similar question, but except I was going to ask him had he ever planned to get himself a Steven Universe body pillow because of how much he loved one of the diamonds in the show. And
Oh my god, are you serious?
yeah, I'm not even kidding. It literally happened.
Oh my god.
And if I were to have a body pillow sunset shimmer in my bed, that would have made me feel like I'm in a different world other than here in real life, as of here in the UK. I mean, it's just crazy. But
No. Okay, so we got a question from Avodayoff again. What was your reaction when you first knew about Queen Quistis on My Little Pony?
I find her an interesting character and all that, and she does have some interesting developments in her character throughout later on in the series after her first appearance in the season 2 finale, and I grew fond of her ever since, making her becoming one of my all-time favorite excuse me, MLP villains ever, alongside Lightning, the Dazzlings, and Midnight Sparkle. So yeah.
Okay, so my thoughts on Queen Quistis. Yes. I see her in Pooh as a villain, but she's kind of crazy on her favorite toy, Lug, wooden log.
I see.
Okay, so we got a question from Kian again. What was your thoughts on Thomas himself?
Well, on my thoughts about Thomas as a character, I think he's an entertaining and interesting kind of character, and yeah, and honestly, I would have I honestly find him like one of the most iconic, memorable characters to me from my childhood days, and he will always will be one of my main favorite childhood characters and all. So yeah.
For me, my especially, I only watched the Christmas version of Thomas and Friends because I see him as a clumsy and carefree kid guy.
Okay.
Okay, so Keon has a last question for now. Would you like to be in my Thomas and Equestria Girl crossover series?
What you mean, like voicing a character or playing as a character? I don't know, but that depends
Depends on it.
Yeah, like, does he mean by voice acting or something? Because I could be good at doing voice acting any the male characters or something, but I always wanted to like do a lead main villain role in a project and all that. And Ginger Cat 65 told me that he has a villain role planned for me, and yeah, so yeah. Okay.
Okay, so his last one. What's your thoughts on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and do you like it or do you want a sequel to it?
I do remember watching the Spider-Verse movie during the first lockdown back last year, and I thought it was pretty good. Although at first the incarnation of the Kingpin kind of threw me off at first, but then the more I was getting into the film, I didn't mind how the Kingpin looked because I found him an interesting incarnation of the character and all that stuff. And yeah, so and
So do you? Okay, so let me finish you there.
yeah, and I think as far as I know, he was voiced by the same actor who did the voice of the Storm King from My Little Pony the movie, if I'm not mistaken, because of the voice roles that the actor had or something like that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'll have to research about the actor and all. And I honestly would love to see a sequel to it, and I would have imagined seeing what is going to happen next with the main Spider-Man villains in that Spider-Verse film, like Kingpin, Tombstone. I mean, yeah, Tombstone didn't get much screen time, But I kind of count him as the main villain because he's more like a bodyguard and assistant type to Kingpin, kind of like James Wesley was to Fisk in the first season of Daredevil on Netflix. And as for the Scorpion, I think he should deserve a bit more screen time. And Dr. Olivia Octavius herself, I think she's an interesting incarnation of Doc Ock. I didn't honestly know much about this particular version of Doc Ock and all, but I'm assuming that she's most likely inspired from the female version of Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man's Shattered Dimensions, who I found out that she was voiced by Tara Strong and all that stuff. So I find that very fascinating. And also,
Okay, so my thoughts on Kingpin.
yeah.
Did you watch the origin of Kingpin?
Well, in the Spider-Verse movie?
No. The original one, cartoon.
Oh, in Spider-Man the Animated Series 1994.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I did see the origin of him, and to be honest, it's one of the most interesting and fascinating origin story that a supervillain like Fisk would have had. And honestly, I feel pity for him that his father looked down upon him when he was a kid, and all he ever wanted to do, he wanted to please his dad, and he ended up getting thrown in jail in one of the crime heists, and his father got away with it, and he left him to be served in prison for a long time and all that. So yeah.
What if that story of his father is the same scenario as his origin story on the Into the Spider-Verse? Is it gonna be like the similar one or no?
I don't know, because the main goal that Kingpin ever had in the Spider-Verse movie in the beginning was that he wanted to bring back his wife and son, Vanessa Fisk and Richard Fisk as well, but it doesn't look as if it would work. But Kingpin was determined to bring back his loved ones and all and everything, and that's why I would have considered the Spider-Verse's incarnation of Kingpin one of the few sympathetic villains of all time and everything. So yeah, I mean, the way how you look about it is just so sad, and you honestly feel sorry for Kingpin, to be honest. So yeah,
you feel a little bit sorry for him. Okay,
Yeah.
so
yeah, like how you feel sorry for Mr. Freeze in Batman the Animated Series as well, and probably
oh yes, I know about Mr. Freeze's origin.
yeah. So oh, he also said something about for the sequel. I would have imagined that for the sequel, Kingpin, Tombstone, Olivia Octavius, and the Scorpion return, and hopefully that they get to work together along with some new surprising phases that I would have imagined seeing for the sequel, and those would have been probably the Shocker, Mysterio, Kraven the Hunter, and very probably maybe some other Spider-Man villains that we could get to see, like maybe I don't know, like I'm thinking that it would have been awesome mainly to see surprisingly Kraven, Shocker, and Mysterio as well to join them and everything. So yeah.
Makes sense. We got a question from Adolf again. What was your reaction when you first watched the Sonic the Hedgehog the movie? Not the trailer, the movie.
Yeah, I honestly enjoyed that Sonic movie back then last year when I first saw it at the cinema. It really nailed it, the incarnations of both Sonic and Dr. Robotnik. And I would never get tired of I never honestly would get tired of thinking about those incarnations at all or anything like that. So yeah. It's really
yeah, Jim Carrey is awesome as Eggman, including the ending. It's so awesome. Okay, so we got a question for Twilight Sparkle. He says, "Tell Rizzo my question. What is your favorite Tugs episode, Rizzo? My favorite is Pirates is Amazing. My second one is Regatta."
My favorite would be High Winds because of it shows the good side of Zebedee, and my second favorite would be Munitions, and third would be Quarantine, and yeah, that's pretty much it really as far as I'm concerned. So yeah,
I see.
yeah.
All right,
It
so
has very fascinating episodes and stories within it, and yeah. So
okay, you go first.
yeah, I mean honestly, like in my opinion, that those episodes were really entertaining and enjoyable to watch, and I often watch them a few times and all that, and that's how I got to know them sometimes by heart, and yeah. So yeah, I mean, who knows? And I have a
Mhm.
question for you, Jay Phoenix.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the cartoon Beware the Batman cartoon?
Beware of the Batman.
Yeah, because that's the one
Mm,
where I know Magpie from, and some other Batman villains like that.
no, I did not know the Beware of the Batman. Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright because basically it's similar to Gotham, but except it's more different because of it takes place Batman's early days, defending Gotham from villains like Professor Pig, Tobias Whale, Anarchy, Magpie, and some other villains like that. Like some of the classic Batman villains like that. It only lasted for one season and 26 episodes. But some of the well-recognizable Batman villains, like Two-Face, Killer Croc, Deathstroke, and Ra's al Ghul, they do appear in it. But I don't think either of them do have much of a main role as much as some of the classicer and not well-known Batman villains did. Like how Professor Pig got more screen time in the episodes and such, and same with Tobias Whale and Anarchy and some other villains like them. So yeah,
Okay
uh,
then.
I highly recommend you to watch it if you haven't seen it already. Personally, it's really interesting.
Okay, well. Okay, my question for you. Did you watch the Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer?
The what now?
Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer.
The Justice League trailer. Honestly, I haven't because I don't think I ever heard of it or anything like that. But I might consider watching it or something. If you send me the link to it on Notes on DeviantArt, that would be appreciated. Then that way
I will.
I'll give it a spin for myself to see it, and yeah. So yeah.
I did watch the original Justice League movie, but Zack Snyder take this on whole new level already.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, on whole new level, introducing Darkseid and the dark outfit for Superman,
I see.
and we get to see the full origins of the Flash and also Cyborg as well.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, I mean, are there any other questions that anyone else would like to share with us?
Any kind of topic that we interested, but except we already talked about dragons and also dinosaurs as well already, and also Batman now.
Yeah, because of Batman is really like one of the few interesting topics that we covered up so far. So yeah.
Okay, so how about this? Did you even watch the Total Drama reunion?
Oh, I have seen the Total Drama series. So far I'm still rewatching the first series. At first I used to rewatch it on Netflix, but now Netflix still has the original like the last original series finale and all that stuff on Netflix by itself. So I'm still planning to continue like rewatching the rest of the original Total Drama series and all. So yeah.
I watched the intro of the Total Drama reunion. It takes back on the original ones, but this time the reunion. You know the host, right?
The what now?
The host of Total Drama. Total Drama.
I think so.
He went to jail. He went to prison, I guess. Then he comes back out, I guess. Like I said, I never watched Total Drama. I only watched mostly of them.
Okay, now we have a question here. What's your reaction when you know about the In-Betweeners? Oh God, it's interesting and it sounds hilarious. And my main favorite character from it will have to be Jay from the In-Betweeners and all that stuff, because he's just so hilarious and all. And I even followed the actor that who plays as him on Twitter. So yeah, and yeah, I mean, there are two different versions of the In-Betweeners. One is the UK version and the US version. I mainly just stuck to the UK version because of that one seems a lot more interesting than the American version. So yeah, but then again, different opinions of it. So
yeah, to be honest, either one I never watched In-Betweeners. I'm so sorry again.
That's all right.
I seriously do not know any kind of cartoons or even TV shows when I was at 23. That's the 23. I was born at. So, oh, okay. What's your language, dude?
Okay. Oh
no.
What? He was doing a reference from the In-Betweeners. Don't be a bus wanker. It's a little joke in one of the most infamous jokes in the In-Betweeners. That was a line in the UK version that was in it, but in the US version, they instead of the word bus wankers, they used the term bus turds instead, and that is something I've noticed in the differences of the two. So yeah.
Yeah. I remember One Piece. They're censored by 4Kids already. Do you know 4Kids, right?
Yeah, 4Kids is the one is in charge of Sonic X, isn't it?
Yes, and also the part they're in charge of censoring everything.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's just like odd, really. But then again, if it's part of their reputation, then okay, we'll just stick to it, I suppose. So yeah, and honestly, I think that when it comes to terms of different type of like the ways of how shows are done and everything, like for instance, for example, like there are some shows in both the UK and the US are very different from one another, but they still remain with same elements and stuff. Like for example, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, it have the UK in the UK we have different narrators as much as the US does, and all that stuff. And yeah, and as for in the In-Betweeners, they have some it is like the same show but in different settings for both countries. Like for example, they took some elements off it and replaced it with different elements, such as like for example, bus wanker in the UK version is removed in the US version with the term bus turds instead. So yeah. And yeah, like there is stronger differences and all that sort of stuff, like, you know, but yeah. And honestly, I think that when it comes to terms of the way how the UK and the US do things with their shows as well, I honestly think that it's totally like different from one another and all. So yeah. But honestly, I respect it for what they are, but mainly I would prefer to stick to the UK versions of the shows that ended up being altered in different countries, like the US, for example. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so speaking of any kind of country, do you get any when you're watching on your computer or anything? Do you get like subtitles or any kind of different countries or even country of dubbing of any kind of movie, especially Batman?
I don't know, but I do know for a fact that I once bought all the episodes of Black Bullet on iTunes, and it was in Japanese, and so and it was a good thing that it came with the English subtitles for translation and all that stuff, because obviously it's anime and all that stuff, which I respect that. So yeah, and honestly, I think it was really worth it in the end, and all. So so
It's true. It's true.
yeah, and I sometimes watch Spanish dubs of some films and TV shows that I have on iTunes, either Spain's take in Spanish or other countries' take on Spanish or something like that. So yeah, because I sometimes learn very little of Spanish sometimes, and that's why I sort of have a interest in learning how to speak Spanish one day. But to be honest, I don't know how well that will work because of everything in my education and all that stuff has been in the way. Like I've been focusing a lot on others, like other subjects and all that stuff, like and that sort of thing. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are there any
Okay.
more questions, anyone?
You can just any kind of topic, you guys. Go free. In the meantime, we're just answering ourselves a question for between me and Rizo.
Yep.
So what was the first time did you interact with YouTube? The very first time.
I think it was back when I was like younger. Like I remember I first discovered it being new back in the day in 2005, and it was absolutely memorable back then because of it had some of the older videos on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I remember that they used to have legit any episode of Tom and Jerry from the original series, the classic series, on YouTube. But nowadays you can't simply watch it regularly like the way it is because of copyright and stuff. So yeah, and honestly, I think that when it comes to terms of excuse me, when it comes to terms of like other like older videos, I remember like some of the YouTubers, like one known as Captain Punjab, who did the very first fan-made Thomas the Tank Engine series, and I remember some other YouTubers as well, but some of them could have moved on in life or something, or no longer part of the YouTube community or something. I don't know, but you know.
Mhm.
So yeah. When was it the first time you used to interact with YouTube?
Well, for me, it wasn't that long because I was at grade school, and the first time I watched is the baby Justin Bieber baby song and One Direction song. Yeah,
I see.
that was my. Yeah, I was a big fan of Justin Bieber at that time. Of my favorite song of Baby because it's kind of classic.
All right then. Okay.
All right,
now
what's
question. What was your reaction when you first watched the Spectacular Spider-Man? I honestly grew interested in the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon because it was the very first ever Marvel cartoon I ever started watching when I started developing interest in Marvel comics a bit more. And I thought, why not if I give it a watch on the Spectacular Spider-Man and see what the show's like? And yeah. And overall, over time, I've been starting to watch The Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, then Spider-Man: The Animated Series 1994 cartoon. Then I I think also Silver Surfer, the animated series, and then over time, over the past couple of years, I started watching more other Marvel comics, cartoons, and all that stuff, and even continue watching Marvel films, such as like lately. So far, I got like on my DVD collection, from what I can see here, I got all the Avengers MCU films, the Daredevil season 1 and 2 DVDs that is based off of the Netflix series of Daredevil, Deadpool the movie. There's quite a few Marvel films that I have here, but 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 I do know that one of them is definitely Spider-Man: Homecoming, because that's the one that got me into Tom Holland as Spider-Man. So yeah.
Okay, so I didn't watch Spectacular Spider-Man. I did watch some clips about that. Yeah. So, I think. Hold on. I think I watched one of them. Is the Doc Up one.
Yeah.
And anyways, about comics. Let's try to talk about comics.
Yeah. I mean,
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, because like the main comics books that I ever like read was the original Sonic Archie comics. Well, some of them, not all of them, and also I also read pieces of Batman: The Killing Joke before I ever started watching the movie of it. And honestly, I enjoyed the animated film of The Killing Joke, even though it kind of focused a little bit too much of Batgirl, aka Barbara Gordon, and all. But hey, it focuses on Batman, Batgirl, Commissioner Gordon, and the Joker / Jack Napier in the story and all. So yeah.
Can I tell you one little secret about it?
Mm-hmm.
That Jack Kramer, or the Joker, that his wife and his unborn child are still alive.
I see.
If you read the comic of the three Jokers on the Batman comics, if you knew, I don't know.
I see.
Okay, from Adolf again. What is your favorite Godzilla monster? What is King Ghidorah, or Wodan, or Martha?
I honestly don't have a particular favorite Godzilla monster, like out of all of them. But I find King Ghidorah interesting as a character, and Rodon, I don't think I ever heard of it, the character, and Mothra, I'm familiar with the character a bit, but not too much. So I don't know really. I don't seem to have much of a favorite out of all of them, to be that truthfully honest. What about
I
you?
never watched. Yeah, I never watched the King of the Monsters just yet, but I did watch some comic dubs on YouTube, and one of my favorite is Martia and King Ghidorah's interaction with Godzilla on the comic dubs.
I see. That sounds like interesting and intriguing in itself, huh?
Yep, there are a lot of comic dubs between Godzilla, Martia, and King Ghidorah. One of the favorite ones from King Ghidorah's reaction on comic dubs that he got a T-shirt of PIS, NIS,
Mm-hmm.
and Godzilla had P on it, and the other monster I cannot name has E.
I see.
What do you, what do you get? And what do you get from those combinations of those words?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I will share you the link later on.
I see.
So, any questions from you? Any questions from me, or from I ask a question for you?
I think I would ask you about. Are you familiar with a Marvel cartoon known as Fantastic Four: World's Greatest Heroes? because I so far seen about let me see, how many episodes have I seen so far? I've seen about 8 episodes of the show, and it's really interesting. And not to mention that the actress who voiced Sunset Shimmer, she did the voice of She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, she did the voice of She-Hulk in one of the episodes, and I honestly love that incarnation of She-Hulk in any Marvel media. But I don't mind She-Hulk in the Incredible Hulk animated series cartoon, the 1996. Is that the year? Hang on, the one I'm watching. Let me see. Yeah, 1996. That's the one. Yeah, I was talking
Okay, so from my opinion for Fantastic Four, I never watched the episode, but I did watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes of the season 2, episode 1. That is the first time the Fantastic Four debut.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see the Fantastic Four appearing in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon. Interestingly, I found out on Twitter some time ago that originally the actor who voiced Spider-Man in the Spectacular Spider-Man was going to do the voice of Spider-Man, but was replaced with Josh Bell, I think that's his name, or something, or Drake Bell. I don't know what's the name of the actor who voiced him. But I think he's the same actor who did the voice of Spider-Man in Ultimate Spider-Man, and he ended up voicing Spider-Man in the episodes that Spider-Man appeared in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, which I find it surprising and all, but okay.
Okay, so we got a question for Twilight Sparkle, the Tank Engine. This is for me and Weasel. Who is your favorite Equestria Girl crush? Or what is your favorite?
Well, mine will definitely be Sunset Shimmer, and she will always be my waifu, which means it's internet.
Yeah, I know what waifu is. I know what waifu
My
is.
waifu and all that. Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, you can't blame me because honestly, I can't resist Sunset every time. Some of my friends know that as well too, but hey, what else can I say? And what about you?
I don't have a particular crush on them, but I do support the shippings as well.
Yeah,
But I ship with Sci-Tri and Sunset Shimmer.
same. But I mean, yeah, I do sometimes ship myself in any particular OC character, mainly myself as a Spectacular Spider-Man character, because I did some artwork pieces featuring myself as a Spider-Man character with Sunset Shimmer and all that stuff. So yeah, honestly, I would yeah, Sunset always for me, no doubt about that. But I do sometimes ship her with Sci-Fi from time to time and all that. So yeah.
That's true. Okay, we got a question for Avadolf 1. What about Mechagodzilla?
Well, Mechagodzilla seems interesting, to be honest. It kind of reminds me a bit of Silver Sonic because they're both silver and all that jazz, but overall it's just an interesting character. I don't have much of an opinion about Mechagodzilla, but Mechagodzilla is one of those few interesting characters that I think seems interesting from the Godzilla franchise.
It's true. And I did see a pair off with the Dragon Zord against Mechagodzilla. The Dragon Zord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I see.
I never seen the full results of it, but I want to watch it so badly.
Yeah. Oh, we got Kion back, and he decides to just chill out with us in the stream.
Okay, Kayan, what kind of question do you wanna give us again?
Yeah. Let's see if anyone wants to share out their questions and all that crazy stuff.
Alright, so what kind of okay, speaking okay, let's go to back on 2020. Do you see any interested any new YouTubers that you watch?
Well, in the year of 2020.
Yes.
Well, to be honest, I have been paying more attention to some interesting YouTubers, in my opinion, like Kid Behind the Camera, Angry Grandpa, McJuggernuggets, the Angry Dad, and some other YouTubers similar to them, because of the hilarious pranks they do to one another, or the vlogs that they do, and all that sort of thing. And yeah, I mean, I honestly find those YouTubers interesting to this day, and I still watch some of their vlogs from time to time, and even some of the older ones too, for the sake of how interesting do some of them sound or something like that. What about you?
Well, for me, I watch Darman. Okay, Darman. Some VTubers, and also new ones as well. I met. Okay, that was about it. I was gonna explain more, but yeah, just VTubers and Darman.
I see.
Okay, so we got a question from Keon. Soundwave, Superior, Weasel, and Jay. Infer.
Oh, right. So, I
You
guess
can't
he's
pronounce.
I
Yeah, I
guess
can't pronounce it.
yeah, I think he's like being a Soundwave fan or something like that, depending on which Soundwave is he talking about. Because, as a matter of fact, I knew for a fact that Soundwave has an interesting role throughout Transformers Prime, and he has a memorable role in G1. But surprisingly, he has, I would say, a interesting one. I would say in animated, but I'm not honestly so sure because I haven't seen what he's like yet in Transformers animated. So yeah.
Do you see the part of Soundwave versus Arachnia?
Oh yeah, that was in Transformers Prime. Yeah, because of he wouldn't agree that Arachnia or Black Arachnia, well, because considering that that is the same character, because the names are described to the same character. Kind of like for Dr. Robotnik's case, you either call him Robotnik or Dr. Eggman, whichever one you prefer. But for me, I mainly prefer to call Eggman Robotnik, but sometimes I call him Eggman, but whatever. Sort of like back on Transformers. I find it interesting in that part, and I love it how Breakdown and Knockout were just in the background watching the two of them, and then Knockout was like, "Watch out for the quiet ones." I mean, that is like one of the most interesting pieces of dialogue I ever heard Knockout ever say, and all that. So yeah,
That's true. That's true.
hmm
And Keon keeps saying it's a joke. It's
Yeah.
G1 Soundwave.
yeah. I think he was just playing with us or something. But then again, we understand. We Yeah, and we see that you were talking about G1 Soundwave. Interesting, because I did a character artwork on G1 Soundwave back last year and all, around the same time as I have done Mysterio in the Spectacular Spider-Man. So yeah, and honestly, it's yeah. So
Wait,
so
so-
yeah, questions, people.
Okay, so how many that Soundwave have on his tapes? How many tape Transformers they have? Like, I always see Wumbo and Razorbeak on the movie, but I never seen the little guys like
That's-
Wumbo.
Yeah. I mean,
That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
yeah, and surprising. So, which is legit surprising. So,
Okay,
Anyway.
so you said McJuggernuggets, right? Which
Yeah.
one is your favorite? Yeah, which one is your favorite that his dad destroyed his Xbox?
I am mostly familiar with some of the vlogs that he does. Like, I've seen some of his recent ones, like the ones with him and his ex-girlfriend, Ashley, I think her name is. They're trying to like get along and like sell their relationship and such, like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so and I also remember watching one of his brothers vlogs where he and Swift were trying to look for him because he ran away and all that stuff. And yeah, because I find that vlog surprisingly interesting and all that stuff. So yeah.
I never see that part. All I see is his psycho dad. He drowns his Xbox and tries his video games. I never get to the part of every vlogs of their videos. That's all. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't watch all of his vlogs, but I've only seen like some of them that interest me or grab my eye to give it a watch and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, and as for like Kid Behind the Camera and Angry Grandpa, I honestly have respect for them because of I mean, God bless Angry Grandpa, and yeah, I mean because Kid Behind the Camera it brings out good entertainment and all that stuff, and the vlogs and stuff, and yeah, and I honestly think that Michael and Bridget are very interesting YouTubers to this day, and I even follow them on Twitter and Instagram because of how much amazing content that I support them through in their YouTube channel and stuff, and yeah. So.
Okay, so so back on the topic of YouTube, which one of the YouTube rewinds did you watch?
YouTube what?
YouTube rewinds.
YouTube rewinds. I don't think I ever seen YouTube rewinds at all, to be honest. I don't think.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think so.
It's been published on 2010 up to 2020. I'm surprised you're the only one.
Well, I honestly didn't know about it. I don't honestly think or remember it. I don't honestly remember it that much because it's kind of like hiddenness to me and all that. Like, people don't often talk about it that much. So, yeah.
Wow. Didn't I expect it from you?
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I guess it was a thing or something like that, but who knows? I think because of something like Premium or something on YouTube, it's become like more well known or something. I have no clue. Maybe, just maybe. I also watch some other YouTubers who do reaction videos. Like, I watch Dwayne and Jasmine's videos, and yeah.
Oh yes, I do love them.
Yeah, they do great reaction videos. I follow them on Instagram and Twitter because I support their reaction videos for being amazing and entertaining, especially whenever they watch a video related to either Death Battle, Epic Rap Battles of History, or Super Mario Logan or something like that, because honestly, their reactions are just entertaining, hilarious, and you name it. So, yeah.
Okay, so speaking of those two YouTube videos, what was your favorite of Super Mario Logan?
Well, you're familiar with Super Mario Logan as well?
Yes, I am.
All right. Personally, I don't pay much attention to SML that much. I mean, but overall, I do watch some of his videos from time to time, especially some that feature Mr. Goodman as the main character or something like that for the videos and all that. Because me and my friend, we kept doing a Mr. Goodman impression to each other, and to see which one of our Mr. Goodman impression is hilarious or entertaining a lot more and all that stuff. And I honestly find him very hilarious to watch, especially whenever he keeps demanding money from Mario and all that stuff. And yeah, and like one of my favorite ones with Mr. Goodman in it is Mr. Goodman's son, the one that introduces Richard Goodman. He started out as a jerk, but then later on, he realizes that in life, it's not always about money and everything. And yeah, But the funniest part when Mr. Goodman was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" and all that stuff, and he smacked those AirPods out of his ears, and it was so funny to watch. I really could not stop laughing every time I see that. Like, especially the way how he keeps backhanding him in his ears and all that. It's so funny and all that. So,
So from my favorite one is from Sam PP from the watery one, because he finally gets to say in front of Bowser Jr., Bowser, and Kamek for last years, and turns out he got rejected because his watery ticket has been used or expired.
yeah. I mean, honestly, it's just so. Chef Pee-Pee's kind of like one of those few characters that seem to have his character developed a little bit, or what, I don't know. Like, either because of the way how he cooks is kind of odd, or just weird. Or
Yes, it is kind of odd.
I mean, you don't, and like the more you watch his the videos include him over the past couple of years, you would have asked yourself as of to this day, since when did his cooking ended up turning out like a piece of pile of garbage or something like that? So yeah, and honestly, I thought to myself, you know, it is legit odd and all. So yeah, and honestly, I find Chef PP entertaining and all, and yeah, especially one of the funniest moments recently was the way how he encountered Gordon Ramsay and all that stuff. That was really funny. So yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I mean, that was so funny. Especially the way how Gordon Ramsay kept calling Chef Pee-Pee Chef Penis. And that made Dwayne and Jasmine laugh so hard. And I loved that moment during their reaction video, because I honestly agreed to them. That was so damn hilarious. Oh, God, it was so bloody hilarious.
Okay, moving on to the other two topics that Dwayne and Jazz watch. Epic rap battles of history.
Yeah. I honestly enjoy it, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it may be like not the best as it holds up since when it first came out, but I think some of its songs are alright. I listened to some of it on iTunes. Like, one of them is Terminator versus RoboCop, the Darth Vader versus Adolf Hitler ones, and yeah, like there are a few that I could think of, but not so much. But hey, I don't often listen much to epic rap battles of history that much, but only mainly the ones that I listen to well on iTunes and sometimes on YouTube. So yeah. What about you?
I watched the Joker versus Pennywise, Burger King, and one on McDonald's. And
Oh yeah,
the
Joker and the Pennywise one. Yeah, I remember.
yes, one, but this time it will be my most favorite one of all time. It has to be go with Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates, or TMNT, or artist.
Oh, hang on. Someone wants to join us. Hang on.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, Ricardo.
Hello.
It's been
Sorry
a
if I take too long. I was in my classes. I was in my English classes online, but they are over now.
while. Oh, I see.
That's nice.
Sorry that I
Alright.
didn't join earlier.
Yeah, we were just talking about our opinions about what our favorite songs about epic rap battles of history just a few moments ago, just now.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
we were just now.
I see.
What about you? What's your opinion?
What?
About epic rap battles of history.
Sorry, I don't watch. I never watched that.
Oh well, but maybe one day you might. Who knows?
Okay, so
Sorry.
It's alright. It's cool.
it's alright here.
Yeah, I mean, after all, some of us YouTubers get to know each other through either stream or on social media and all that stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some. Also, if you allow me, I got something right here that you guys may want to see.
Okay, what's that
Go
then?
ahead.
Okay, let me. Okay, there's my screen.
Yeah, I'll add that to the stream. Hang on.
Whoa.
Guess
Okay,
which
so
locomotive it is this one?
um, not really honestly sure because I could tell that it is one of the classics, I believe.
Yeah, I
Is a
guess
vintage.
so.
Hmm.
Well, is the engine that took place in the movie Hugo from 2001.
Hugo.
From that, yep, from that horrible accident in France, Paris in 1895, I believe.
Oh, that was used as a reference for that episode in season 5 of Thomas and Friends, A Better View for Gordon. I remember
Exactly.
that one.
Although Gordon was the engine instead of this one. I guess the curse does. I guess that doesn't happen. I guess that happens to any engine who runs through a wall.
Yeah,
Mm.
true. I
I
suppose.
done a pretty work with this so far. In fact, he's
That's
going to be in trains, thankfully.
that is
Yeah.
awesome, dude. That is awesome.
Yeah,
I know.
it kind of makes me think about the way how some people do the train models on Gary's mod, because I sometimes have the models on Gary's mod of the steam trains and the diesel engines that they had made. So yeah,
Did you use Gary's mod?
yeah,
Yeah,
Gary's
he does
mod
that.
on Steam.
Oh,
I
oh,
used
I
We
see.
got a question for Twilight Sparkle.
okay.
Can you
It
tell your
says-
friend I made a video for him? In the comments in the video, I have an idea.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
Oh, found it. I'm gonna share it to you right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I put it on Twitter. Like direct.
Hmm?
I'm gonna put it on Twitter. Hold on. I don't know how to do this. Okay. There you go. I think I can see your name.
Well, on the YouTube comment section or something like that.
On your Twitter, actually.
Oh, on my Twitter, huh?
I put on only mention on you. So here you go.
Yeah, I'll just wait and see because I'm on Twitter now looking through my tweets that I've gone through, and yeah.
Here you go.
Okay, got a notification on the bell, so yeah. Oh yeah, I think this is the hang on. Shit. Excuse me. This is the Equestria Girls Tugs parody intro thing that she did, and yeah, I'll just put share the link onto via YouTube, and then we'll do a little like reaction to it together, us three. So spare me a sec.
Go ahead. I like the good reaction video. Thank you for submitting that. Right, Michael? It's so weird. Oh.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try and do this like share screen thing because it's been ages since I did, so yeah. Well,
So first live stream, or is this another one of yours?
this is actually the second official one. The first one is
What's
The
the
test
test?
one.
yeah, was the test one. The first one was known as the live stream test run one that I did back last month. So
Oh,
yeah, apparently. So yeah. Okay, and let's see now. And
Oh, here we go.
all right.
It's still
You can
loading.
see- What, you can see it like here?
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
yes, I do.
All right. Excuse. All right. It should share the audio by now. So.
Is the most powerful craft afloat. And the star tugs are the power behind the docks and waterways that make up the big city port.
Oh no, I can hear the narrating hearing. I didn't know it was a
I know,
narrating
but
song.
then again, it's just okay, I suppose.
Yeah, it is okay.
Yeah, like a 6 out of 10 for my book.
I'm going with a half.
Mhm.
What about you, Ricardo?
Oh, what?
Where are you gonna rate it? 1 to 10.
1 to 10, and I believe for me, actually, for me is 9 to 10.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, considering that it's all right. I think Twilight Sparkle the Tank Engine did a nice job making it like as a dedication type video for me personally. So yeah,
That's true.
and I just found out from my phone as it was just flashing a notification about DeviantArt that I just got a new subscriber just now. Hang on, let me just share a screen again. So.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Let me just see here about right here, and it's still 1K, but I know for a fact that it said something about that there was a user mentioning something. A user subscribed to me just now. That's what my phone just said. So yeah, because I have my phone next to me in case if I need to know who's trying to message me or something, and yeah. It should be. So,
Alright.
a user by the name Kenny Gas or something
That's one
like
of my
that. I
friends.
don't know.
That's one of my friends.
Oh, okay. Thanks to him. And yeah, I mean, honestly, it is surprising. And let's just have a look in my reaction video of hitting 1,000 subscribers, because this is legit my reaction to how I felt of when I hit 1,000 subscribers. And it will start out with the productions intro of 2021, because I'm one of the few users on YouTube that has a productions intro as well.
Ah, you still have the TF2 intro. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, because throughout last year I became a fan of Team Fortress 2, and because of how awesome Soldier is and all that, he's my main character of TF2.
Not bad, not bad.
Thanks. And this was legit my reaction, honestly. So yeah, hang on. Yeah, with 4 going like yes.
Oh, the classic meme.
Yeah, I know, it was just so funny, to be honest. And yeah, I honestly just that was legit my reaction, and I shared that to GingerCat65 on Twitter when he told me to look at my YouTube channel. My reaction was just like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, so yeah, it was legit hilarious and all that. So yeah, I mean, honestly to God, it was like today it was like a huge achievement of my life. That's all I could say, really. And yeah,
It is a good achievement.
well said.
Yeah, I know one person who also did get achievement as well. His name is Digijex90 as well. If you not notice, that's his profile pic. I mean, that's
Okay.
his artwork of it. I'm using his artwork right now because
I
it
see.
was the first time I. So shout out to Digijex90. He creates so awesome videos. What are you saying, Weasel?
Hmm?
What are you
Saying
about to
about
say,
what?
Weasel? You
No,
said
no. It's
something
just that.
before.
No, it's just that I was
Okay.
just trying to hear you for a second and all.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I just one question for you. Have Have you at least done a video of your reaction to Henry's announcement that he and Emily are married in Victor Tyson series?
Hmm?
What? Just like how Andrew Largo did? No, not really. I never did, but I might consider one day possibly doing that. But who knows? I mean, I might consider doing very little reaction videos from time to time, but I don't know. It depends really about my idea for what would my reaction videos focus on. So yeah,
Oh, I see.
Describe Henry. Well, Henry is
the what
Henry is from what? Sorry.
from Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends.
Ah,
Well,
okay.
there's no Henry besides
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, honestly to God. I mean, it is interesting that that Victor Tanzik of all people in the Thomas fandom decided that Henry and Emily should be like a couple throughout his series, which I find it interesting. So, yeah, he does a really good job on his fan-made Thomas series and all that stuff. So, yeah.
You can say that again.
Yeah,
It's true.
I do.
I honestly rewatch some of his older videos from time to time, like the ones that take place off season 1 of his series. They really are enjoyable and all. So yeah,
True.
uh huh.
But no, but yeah, yes, I really like Victor's work. Also, it's such. To be honest, I respect the fact that he doesn't like all the drama. That he doesn't like have social media like Twitter or Discord. He explained
Yeah,
that in one of his questions and answers videos.
yeah, I know because there was a lot of there are sometimes drama and rubbish going on about on social media about if this is true or is that true or whatever. I mean, like that's not how I like communicate on social media. I just step away from the drama and make sure that it has nothing to do with me because of I mostly just share my work on DeviantArt and YouTube on Insta and Twitter for those to see because of they do appreciate the work that I put effort into and all that sort of fun stuff. So yeah,
Okay,
and
so
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
okay, so I'm checking on your social blade on your channel, Weasel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says your monthly earning is only like $2 to 32 each monthly.
Hmm? On what?
On your YouTube channel, you get $2 or $3 on monthly earnings. I still don't get much money on YouTube, but I don't know.
Well, honestly, I honestly just make videos for fun, really, just for entertainment for my friends and fans on social media because they really enjoy it and all that stuff. So
That's true.
You're not the only one. I also do the same too.
yeah, I bet other people like Ginger Cat 65, Mr. A the Hedgehog, and all those other lot do the same as us. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
And also, I did lots of do meme videos on Twitch. If I mean on Twitter, if you guys check on it,
I maybe, maybe I would, maybe.
it's about
Well,
like I said. Like I said, I already talk about anime memes, all that kind of stuff.
To be
I
honest,
see.
in all honesty, I never been a very big fan of anime. You see, but
Me
I
neither.
actually can respect. I can respect that.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I only watch little of anime, like mainly, like I said earlier in the stream, Sonic X, Sonic OVA the movie, Digimon Frontier, and yeah, Black Bullet as well. So yeah, those are the only like main animes I pay attention to, and that's it.
That's true.
I mean, like not those big, hardcore, well-known ones like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto or Pokemon or something like that. So yeah,
You don't watch those either?
nah, I know. I mean, I sometimes play the Nintendo 64 games of Pokemon Stadium. I remembered a few years ago I used to play Pokemon Stadium 1 with a friend of mine from my primary school days because he's a big fan of Pokemon, and I honestly find it Pokemon Stadium very interesting and everything, and yeah, so yeah, I mean, yeah, that was like the only like main Pokemon game I ever used to play, and I remember that I used to play Pokemon Go once on my very first iPhone that I had, I think, which I can't remember which iPhone it was at the time. And then I ended up losing interest in it due to me playing a lot on Sonic Dash on the phone. So yeah.
That's true. So speaking about Pokemon, which one's your favorite Pokemon? Which one's your favorite?
I don't have much of a favorite Pokemon, to be honest, because I pay less attention to the franchise and all that stuff. So yeah.
How about you, Ricardo?
I don't actually watch Pokemon since I wasn't a very big fan of it.
Big, fair enough. For me, I just always go with Pikachu. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, Pikachu is one of the most iconic characters in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I knew him from there as well, not just in Pokemon as well. So yeah.
Okay, so we got a question from from Twilight Sparkle. He said, "Thanks for guys for watching my video." And I comment down and said, "What can I say except you're welcome?" Which is a Moana meme.
I know. I literally seen the film Moana back last November, and I thought it was a alright film, to be honest. So yeah, even though Disney's reputation for me is not the best, because I heard that Disney's the reason why Blue Sky Studios is closed, like it legit shut because of Disney shut down the company and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what I heard from the media.
So Blue Sky is like the one who created Rio.
And also I believe Ice Age as well too. So yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it goes to show how dark Disney has been over the years. I mean, first off, it killed off the Spectacular Spider-Man, and that is the reason why the Spectacular Spider-Man only lasted for 2 seasons, and that was it. And yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, let's see, what's this?
Just showing a road. You see, I become a part of a series, and I going to film several scenes for the episodes.
Oh no!
Also, now I'm going to test one of my engines, which I added valve gears to the wheels. Believe it or not, I mean,
that's cool.
Believe it or not, I'm a modeler.
Yeah. Same with me. I'm currently working on a Wind Railway custom model on one of the LNER engines known as Sir Nigel Gresley. It was an idea that me and Mr. Ed Hedgehog came up with back, I think it was in January or something like that. I can't remember when. And we came up with this idea, what if I were to create Sir Nigel Gresley and everything? And I thought, yeah, why not? And he gave me a good tip on where to find some new supply of black paint, because I was nearly out of black paint at the time. So yeah.
Also, remember that. Did you remember the Solar Island 3D 06 models of Donald and Douglas?
What you mean back from the year of 2009 or something?
Yes, I mean, well,
They look a bit
Here.
classic look or something
Here,
like
these
that.
ones.
They kind of seem like classic like or something.
Well, here's a new thing. Friend of mine edited them and managed to make a very serious version of them
Oh, what
All
happened
right.
to? I can't tell if it's Thomas or not. Look at his face.
because they both.
Oh man.
Yeah, but this is not the. Yeah, a friend of mine did this. Also, not only the angel, but including the tender as well.
Oh, it's 9. I don't know who's number 9 on the train.
You mean on the
Yeah.
engine? Okay, so this now jumping over that. Here's my engine. You will recognize by the double frame, single large drive wheels, and also brass fittings.
I can see on your profile pic as well.
Yeah. What happened to
Yeah.
the eye?
What the hey?
This is Johnson, one of my new OC.
Oh,
Alright.
that's cool.
He's named
I
after his designer.
I thought it was meant
Oh,
to
there you
represent myself as a Thomas and Friends character.
That is awesome.
Okay, so let's turn it around. Also, here's something that you must see. These are the valve gears. I just tested them yesterday, and only yesterday I added these to the large drive wheel because previously it didn't have. Really, it's
Mm.
something I never thought it was going to make. Actually, sorry.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
And while we're on this subject, I'm going to answer this question from Twilight Sparkle, the Tank Engine. Which of these characters is better, George, Hank, or Fodark from Theodore Tugboat? For me, since I have seen Theodore Tugboat while I was discovering YouTube when I was like younger, back in my younger days, I honestly find those characters memorable, but I don't mind either of them. They're alright. I mean, I find Hank entertaining, George similar to Gordon from Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, and Fodark, well, similar to James in from Thomas and Friends. So yeah.
I go not answering a question because I never watched that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
So, Ricardo,
I take it-
do you have?
Yeah?
Ricardo, do you have a Twitter account or something?
Yes, I do. If you like, I can share it on the private chat.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, that's how I managed to contact him and got him invited to the stream and all that.
That's true.
There you got.
Thank you.
Okay, I also got these new coaches that I requested to a friend of mine.
Whoa, that's a lot. That's a very lot. Wait, are you trying to do a Harry Potter thing?
No,
No, because
it's not that.
basically, if
That's
you don't
not the
know
whole-
what he meant by that, because earlier, like a few hours ago, I can't remember what time it was back then. Like back when the stream started, like hours ago, Ginger Cat 65, he was watching a lot of Harry Potter TikTok stuff, and it was like, okay, wow, and it was legit making the viewers freak out as if what on earth was he watching. So
Including
yeah.
me as well. It like 5 minutes now. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that really freaked us out. Let's just hope someone make us that meme like that.
Also, you were asking did you ask Harry Potter? Well, here's something.
There he is. They look similar. I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Hogwarts Express is a castle.
Mhm. For a split second, I thought you said hassle or something like that.
Castle. A cancelled
have-
class. A cancelled class from the Great Western Railway.
Oh, all right, I see.
Don't confuse it with a normal castle.
Mm.
So this is like your incarnation of Barrow Infernus or something like that.
No, this is another. This is actually a fictional road. A friend of mine made this and allowed me to use since one of his friends, who is in charge of his own series, saw my saw my saw my content of trains, and he allowed me to be on this series. So I'm going to film several scenes for. I'm going to be one of the filmers for his train series. He has trained.
Interesting.
Sorry.
I said interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, his friend has trains, but he's an older version of trains, and the graphics doesn't run very well.
Sorry to say the least.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that's something that bothers many people when they are playing trains, including this one.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but I think my engine is way more long than it's too long.
Yeah, it's a little bit too long because there are lots of train tracks now. I mean, there are a lot of backseat
No. I
train.
mean, he's waiting
Yeah.
too long.
Indeed.
Because okay,
At least he's not slow as Sheffield from Victor Tanzik's series.
Still don't get the joke. Sorry.
I mean,
Yeah, I
he
know.
moves. I mean, Sheffield moves slow because he does on the speed of a snail. That's why they nickname him Snail. And
Yeah.
the reason for that, you have to find out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Triad Sparkle the Tech Engine says, "Do you live in the capital of Great Britain?"
Well, if she would have been if he was to be asking to me, I would have preferred not to answer that, because to me it just sounds like a personal type question and all that stuff. So yeah, yeah. But I do.
That's
but the
true.
other
That's
thing I
true.
will say- yeah, the other thing I will say is I live in the UK, and that's it. So, and I'm very proud of being part of the UK community. That's all I can say.
You're
Kind of like how
lucky.
you're proud of his country.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
To be honest, you're lucky. I'm from Yucatan in Mexico.
Oh, I heard about Mexico. Yeah, it's one of the few Spanish countries, isn't it?
Yeah, I live there.
For me, I live in California.
All right.
That's
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's not that interesting.
Yeah, I know, but then again, who knows? I mean,
Okay, so I got 1 more minute until lunchtime, and then I'm gonna be leaving the stream. I'm gonna eat my lunch. So, any questions for me? Last question for me, you guys?
yeah. Well, we'll just wait and see what the fans will say, because I plan to have the
Alright.
stream. Yeah, because I plan to have the stream ending within 10 minutes, like 10 p.m. So yeah, which is in UK time, if you will. So.
for me. It's actually 2 p.m. here.
Yeah, because of the time difference and all that jazz. I respect that.
Yeah. So, okay. Ricardo, what kind of questions you wanna give it to me?
Okay.
Really, I don't have a question.
Like, okay. How about you, Rizo?
Not much. I'm just enjoying watching this this passenger train in action, to be honest.
Yeah, me
because
too.
I feel like I'm legit watching a documentary of steam trains right now, because the main type of documentaries would usually watch is the BBC railway roundabouts documentaries, either from the 1960s or the 1950s.
Hey, I was going to mention I was going to ask you if you feel like you were watching Railway Roundabout.
Oh, because
Um,
I first discovered it from GWR Studios' videos when he was trying to compare Thomas from the TV series to his real life counterparts, like the LB and SCR E2 class. That's where I was introduced to the documentaries and all that stuff. So yeah, you
mhm.
could thank him personally. I don't know what's become
Yep.
of him these days, because I noticed that he hasn't been very active much on his YouTube channel and all.
Mhm. That's true.
Believe me,
Yeah,
no, I must admit those vintage films or Railway Roundabouts are really, really a classic. True
I
British.
know, especially
True
the
classic.
ones that took place in the London Brighton South Coast Railway. I'm really super interested to one day pay a visit to that railway to see what's it like. But I doubt it if it still exists as of today. But if it does, I'll be so interested to see it for myself.
Whoa! You see
Whoa,
that
what
car?
happened there?
Yeah, the car just glitched through the gate. Wow.
As one,
Yeah. And then the green one just randomly disappeared.
those, these cars in the game are very glitchy.
I see.
Indeed. Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's
yeah.
about me. Okay, so I'll let you finish first, Ricardo.
Hmm?
You were about to say something. Sorry.
Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't some. No, it wasn't anything.
Okay, so that's about me, and thank you guys for letting me join to the stream, Mizo,
Hmm.
and I'll see you on your next live stream. So see you there,
Yeah, see you,
and
mate.
bye.
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 Well, he left.
Yeah, he would be. Mhm.
So, did you live in the UK?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's one of the most famous countries in the world and all that. Besides the US and all those other great countries out there.
I think the
So
best countries in the whole world are the UK and the USA. Firstly, for me, is the UK. After all, this Midland Railway Spinner is actually one of my favorite class of single wheelers.
indeed, and I would have attempted to throw like British Railway references in my upcoming Thomas series that I'm working on, which so far I'm still putting it in production from since last year, which is the Adventures of Thomas and Friends series. Basically, I have been putting so much effort into it since last year and everything. So, yeah, I'm just doing the best as I can to make sure if I have all the lines that I have for the episode. Because if I do, then I will try my best to finish off editing the scenes in the episodes and stuff. And yeah,
Speaking of Railway Roundabout, did you recognize this engine?
not sure. There may be some that I may not recognize that much, but I could tell that's a GNSR, I believe. I was going to say GNR or something like Great Northern Railway, but then again, I
No.
realized that's where Ryan's from and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Never mind then.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to answer this question from a user called Kion. He says, what franchise do you like? Well, Thomas, Sonic, Mario, DC, Marvel, Team Fortress 2. There are some other franchises to name and all that stuff. So I would probably say, also I like The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, sometimes American Dad, but I'm planning to get back to it because I'm currently stuck on watching season 1 so far, and yeah, so
Season 1 from Thomas and Friends?
No, of American Dad, because of because I remembered one time I was outside my hometown during the summer, like 1 or 2 years ago, and me and my friend, we were watching a couple episodes of American Dad that he had on his DVD set, and to be honest, it was pretty fun to watch and everything. And I think we were watching a few episodes from season 3 as far as I could remember, and that inspired me to this day to try and at least watch more of American Dad. So yeah.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not actually a very big fan of those kinds of episodes of series.
Yeah. What about the Simpsons or Bob's Burgers or maybe Family Guy or South Park?
I never watched those.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, Bob's Burgers is not that hugely well known compared to, say, The Simpsons, or like not that hugely well known as The Simpsons or Family Guy or South Park. But then again, I don't mind it for what it is. It's okay and entertaining. So yeah. Anyway, just read Twilight Sparkle, the 10 Kitchens message, and yeah, just read that, and that's yeah.
Look what we got here.
I don't know why, but it kind of makes me feel like it's a mixture of Donald or Douglas and Emily because of that, of the basis or something like that. If you thought about it.
Well,
Yeah.
Believe it or not, but Emily was really built in Scotland, which that explains her accent.
Yeah, and I was honestly surprised that when I was younger, I didn't honestly know that Emily was intended to sound Scottish, but Michael Angelos did a really good Scottish accent for her and all, which really fits her nicely back then in season 7 and all that.
To be honest, they weren't the only ones. Even for Ringo Starr, can argue with that. But George Carlin tried voicing a Scottish accent. That was really something.
Yeah, I mean, George Carlin, bless him, he really did a good job on voicing the Scottish twins and all that stuff ever since they first debuted in season 2 and everything. And yeah, I mean, I was thinking of trying to develop a good Scottish accent for the Scottish twins, because I did plan to have Emily be inspired, like have her character development be inspired by Rarity from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and all that stuff. So yeah, and I mean, yeah, and it's all right and decent. So and I do like, and even as we speak, I'm currently developing a little more for Adventures of Thomas and Friends series. I'm actually developing the script for episode 2 and all that stuff. So yeah, and so far it's coming out pretty decent, and yeah. And I could see that this kind of reminds me of Henry's Forest episode, this scene here.
Oh yes, yeah, it kind of reminds. Yeah, it looks almost like Henry's Forest.
Yeah. Anyways, now it's 20:10 p.m. in UK time, so I'm gonna end this live stream now, and I want to say thank you, every single one of you, my loyal fans, and even friends who followed me over the past few years and supported me to hit 1,000 subscribers. And if you enjoyed this live stream, please subscribe to continue supporting me on my YouTube channel, and follow me on social media such as like DeviantArt, SoundCloud, Instagram, and all those other great sites that I have. So yeah, this has been Rizo2612, and have a fantastic day, everybody. See you then. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for letting me be in the stream, Rizzo.
Yeah, you're welcome.